folks, it's playoff time. Playoffs? Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs? That's the Philly in me coming out. It's Dr. Heckle. I'm back here with Snoe, Plaus, and indeed we are here for the first round of the upper bracket for the MD2L Season 17 playoffs. Snoe, we made it.
We made it. This is what the teams play for here. They all prepare. The week-to-week is fine. Everybody's fine and dandy. We're all having fun here. But when it comes time for the playoffs, that's when things get kind of serious, right? You don't want to drop a game. You don't want to drop a series. You don't want to drop a lane, and you want to draft well. You want to talk about these first few picks?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me flip over to the draft screen, make sure that's showing up, and it is. Production is firing at all cylinders here in beautifully venture capital funded Heckle Studios. We got a first pick, Dawnbreaker for Forgotto the Moscato, of course, one of our competitors today. Following that up with a Clockwork, we are really, truly going through this draft in record time. Meanwhile, Threat of Techies, another team we've covered before here on this very channel. Forgotto the Moscato was, of course, Team TBD last week, if memory serves. Oh, that was a different Team TBD, I believe.
Sure.
Thank you for updating the spreadsheet.
I guess that just meant it had to be decided. Right? There are a couple team names that weren't quite so stern, but they knew what they wanted to draft here. I kind of want to talk about wow, oh my gosh, these picks are flying in.
Fast and furious.
Is an incredible hero right now with the innate.
Really?
You can tank up a ton of damage. The new build right now is Blade Mail.
Interesting.
Right? You can soak up so much damage, you're a frontliner, and you necessitate BKBs. Whole lineups can be boiled down to, can these guys fight with BKBs or in the late game with a refresher too? Right? Entire lineups have been forged because of that. And Kunkka really sets the tone.
Yeah, I mean, and this is, the water park build is no more. So, for those of us who may have completely forgotten what Kunkka's innate's been, because he's been in the toilet for the past couple of months, could you enlighten us as to what that does?
Kunkka's innate?
Yeah.
It's, I think if your health drops below a certain threshold, then it activates kind of a mini Kunkka's Rum from his ultimate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's basically just deferred damage. So, you can't really burst him down easily, and because of that interaction, it makes Blade Mail better.
Oh, yeah,
because it
sure.
takes more damage to chew through the whole hero's health and secure the kill, so you're outputting a ton of damage. You're like a Spectre in that regard.
Interesting.
Dyer's choice.
And yeah, it's reminds me of Shiv. There is, a Luna and an Undying pick now for Forgotto the Moscato to complement that Clockwork and Dawnbreaker. This is a real get-in-your-face lineup.
Yeah, it has a ton of potential to push. I mean, Luna's aura is great, and now at night, it goes to the whole team regardless of where you are. That's fantastic. Undying is your classic, pick this hero, I want to win the lane, right? And they had a crowd control kind of held in their first two picks with Clock and Dawn, both giving you initiation, counter initiation, and CC, which are your staples of a good team fight.
Absolutely, and we're looking at a ton of chuff between both of these teams. I mean, you got Razor, you've got Jakira with good strength growth, so you've got Kunkka, Undying, Clock, Dawnbreaker. I mean, is Sniper still? Sniper is still in the pool. This is like one of those lineups where you can just throw like the big boys in front and just have somebody like Sniper poke in through the back. Yeah,
and a Sniper into Clockwork is never too easy, because of the new way that cogs work. A 4-staff used to just be a get-out-of-jail-free card. Now it's a little more nuanced with the way cogs work now. But if you're able to counter-initiate and get out of that, you're super strong.
Templar
they go for TA.
Wow.
Have you been seeing a lot of TAs recently?
I did not catch as much of the TI group stages today as I may have liked. It is TI season for those of you watching the VOD or listening through the ticket. The first round of group stage matches for TI 2024, TI 13 if you're keeping count like me.
5 seconds.
Were today.
4, 3.
And yeah, I have not seen a lot of Templar Assassin. Now she has a very interesting innate if we're talking about innates. If we're bringing up innates. She sees when Roshan spawns and respawns.
Yes. That could be powerful. It's situationally powerful now. I think the old innate was better in more of the time, but this is very powerful in that niche case. I like the Darkseer ban. I thing that really ties everything together here. Like an Undying Darkseer lane, I don't care who you put in that safe lane, you're gonna be miserable.
Miserable stuff. It's hard enough tanking Ion
We're
Shell
10
as
seconds
is,
out. Plenty of
but
time to
with
tell an announcer
reduced
you love
strength,
them
that's
if
just
that's what's in your heart.
not a
5 seconds.
a good situation to be in.
And that's kind of a call out saying this Dawn's a support. We know how this team plays Dawn, and we think it's a support.
Did you hear that too?
Well, I just woke up. Leave me alone.
Okay, these are the new voice lines.
Voice lines.
Jesus, I forgot you can like trigger those from chat. That's insane. I was like, did somebody crash our channel? Am I being hacked right now in my own home? It's like, no, we are not.
That'd be crazy.
And speaking about deferred damage, DP ban here, crazy new facet. Right?
Yep. It got touched up in the letter patch.
10 seconds.
Did it get buffed in the letter patch?
I didn't see. I skipped right. For
5
some reason,
seconds.
I see Death Prophet, my like eyes just completely glaze over that. I just didn't comprehend it.
Let me look that up.
Yeah. Some of the other bans here we see that are very common: Enchantress ban, Wind Ranger, Rubik, Tuscan Nyx for Forgotto the Moscato. And over on Thread of Techies, we saw Sand King, Lena, Dragon Knight, Lich, and Ursa. Now a Centaur final ban. They're thinking of the sort of marquee offlaners for Thread of Techies, and there's been a lot of offlaner bans. You know, probably a Corn Nyx, even though, I don't know. Maybe he's better as a 4, who could say.
Yeah.
But,
and it's a
10
very
seconds
important role
Well,
in this
8
current
now.
map.
yes, extremely important. You know,
We're
I mean,
starting
how
in
many
5
cats have we
seconds,
come on
with or
here
without
and, you know, we take a look at the net worth stats for the laning stage, and the safe lane carries are just sad.
Yep. That's this patch. That's Dota right now. I mean, if you're drinking tonight, pour one out for your safe lane carries.
Mhm.
Not an easy patch.
Make
for
sure to
us.
call them, reach out, make sure they're doing okay. I'm sure they'd love
sure
to
it's
hear from
back.
you.
Yep. And the DP facet got nerfed.
Did
They
get
said it was
nerfed.
too good for the international.
That's fair. That's reasonable. That's
Yeah.
that's good.
I'm happy to see Windrunner banned out. I'm tired of seeing that new Whirlwind ulti.
Yeah, I mean, Wind Ranger pound for pound is just not an interesting hero to observe. I feel like she does a lot of things extremely well, and it feels like you know, there is counterplay to all of her
Dyer's
stuff,
turn.
but it's just like an annoying hero.
I mean, ever since TI1, you
Yeah.
remember staying up late watching
Light of Heaven.
Navi. Yeah, Light of Heaven, Windrunner, just doing work.
Yep, watching heroes run in place for the first like 3 to 10 minutes of a given match and falling asleep on. You ever do? Sound off in chat if you've ever done the move where you like you sort of push two chairs facing each other to take like a quick nap when you're younger or even older. Like, you know, I'm worried about your back if you're doing that, you know, after the age of like 27, 28. But that was me and Snoe back in August 2011.
Radiant's up.
Absolutely
Holy moly.
degenerate.
Spirit.
And it's going to be an Ember last pick for Thread of Techies, which means we're probably going to get an offlane Razor? Offlane Kunkka?
Gabe
Sorry?
Johnson here.
Wait a minute.
Welcome to Dota.
Monkey King.
What of these heroes is a support? Is this support Kunkka? We're going to see Monkey King for the last pick for we Forgotto the Moscato.
But no one's talking about that last pick, Monkey. I mean, it's probably the mid hero, right?
Uh-huh.
But I don't think we're gonna see support TA. It's not my birthday yet.
Yeah. All right, we do need to. That would be a fun stream. just enjoy some off-screen beverages and redo the worst support heroes tier list.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good stream.
Maybe that'll be bonus content for finals week in a couple of weeks.
Ooh,
Here on MD2L. Bliss, if you're watching, we're gonna get we're gonna get the channel banned by being degenerates on stream live here at MD2L.
Nothing but good, clean fun coming from Heckle Studios. Once again, this is Snoe Plaus over here having a great time with Dr. Heckle over there at Heckle Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Really, and I know I say this a lot, but I just always like to give a reminder about the greatness of the game that brings us together.
Absolutely.
The thing that all brought us here, all the players, all the casters, all the viewers. Shout out to Dota 2 and shout out to the community.
Yeah, absolutely. We would not be here without you. I'm glad we're here. If you're in chat, sound off.
Yep, make some noise out there. Come on.
We love it. We love it. Now, there is... let me just remark real quick before we get too far into the game. little angry bird flapping its wings the entire time for Clock. There's a Zaddy Kunkka ghost, and then there's like a deformed Kunkka ghost skin. You know what I mean?
Which one's this one?
This is the Zaddy, right?
Okay.
I mean, you look at Kunkka, yeah, like that is like, you know, like
Right, get ready.
you hear like this is like that Kunkka, right? The other one looks like a rotten corpse with no lips, so it's just like the teeth.
Oh,
I believe that's the one our good friend Jeff uses when he plays Kunkka.
shout out to Jeff if you're out there.
Hey Jeff, if you're watching, thanks for watching. If you're not, thanks for the support, dickhead. I don't know.
This clockwork set, I am marveling.
I do love this clockwork set. The little clockwork pirate. It's extremely good. No smoke out from either team, as we Forgotto the Moscato and Threat of Techies are clashing. This is a best of 3, folks. We're going to flip to the game. I'm going to remember to do that this time, so we're not on the draft screen for like
30 seconds.
15 minutes like last time. Yeah, this is going to be a best of 3. We are in the playoffs. Both of these teams will play next week. Neither will be eliminated from losing this game eventually. One team will. But stick with us. We got a full best of 3 for you here tonight. I know it's a little late here on the East Coast, but I'm promising good, fresh Dota 2.
And you know what? Luna's and Aid is giving everyone 1 damage right now.
Oh, that's
You should
too
have an
powerful,
answer.
in my opinion.
Getting
Up,
up,
the
man.
Dawnbreakers is giving the entire Radiant team map hacks. Oh, man, I love
What are we
that
thinking?
stuff.
Are we seeing Kunkka 4 here? I think we are.
Yeah, wards, blood grenade. This is going to be King on the 4 Kunkka, supporting this offlane Razor. That's going to be Undone Jin. They're going to be laning up against this Luna Undying. That's going to be Samata 19 on the Luna. Epi on the Wind Ranger. Listen to me. On that Undying before we forgot of the Moscato. Minxt is the mid Monkey King against Nazareth. Or, sorry, NTG on this Ember Spirit. That's your mid matchup. And, of course, up top, we got Night Whisper on TA. And Emphatic on this Jakiro for Threat of Techies up against Dragonfire and Sauce on this Clockwork. And they're going to get a little hasty, a little spicy here. Cog's committed. He's trying to play some air hockey with him. Not as easy as it once was. Learned that the hard way playing Clockwork a couple of days ago. Took that expanded armature talent, or facet rather. And, yeah, it used to be that you could just slam those cogs into one another, and it would just be like free damage, free harass, free mana burn. Not so much anymore. Not so much.
Ability to its bottom.
Oh, boy, yeah. No, it's going to be close. King falling low on this Kunkka, but so is Samata dropping very low. That's going to be our first blood as Undone Jin punishes that overextension, protects this 4 Kunkka, gets it on the Razor.
And we caught first blood.
Yeah, this is going to be a good playoff season if we can get that under our belt for this first game.
Naughtiness top.
Oh, wow. Yep, up here. Dragonfire dropping low. Spells committed. There's the dual breath. Not going to commit any farther. Pulling back. Night Whisper just pounding in. Look at these last hits and denies. Up to 7 now. Far out hitting the Dragonfire on the Dawnbreaker. He's got to hang back and heal, and going to try to disrupt this pull. Will be partially successful.
Yeah, it's just mid is really hard. Like, this is a classically bad matchup for Ember. This Monkey can do whatever they want.
Oh, down here bottom again, Samata falling. Sorry to cut you off there, Snow. But Undone Jin really putting the pressure on this safe laner. Now Epi is going back. Will they pick it up with the Torrent? They will. A double kill for Undone Jin. This dire offlane is bringing the heat.
Absolute king Torrent right there.
Yeah, that is the
Radiant's middle tower is
Chad,
hanging on
well-placed Torrent. You gotta feel good about that one. Comms must be popping off in the Threat of Techies Discord. Or TeamSpeak.
Yeah.
Or Mumble.
Does anybody use TeamSpeak these days?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people, you know, people have been using TeamSpeak for like 2 decades, have entire communities out there. 100%.
Radiant might want to haul
Is
some
it
ass
still,
down to their bottom
still
tower.
thriving?
Oh,
Hanging
they
in
still
there?
got one.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, I know Discord has its share of problems, of course. You know, who could forget their small pivot into NFTs a couple years ago? They'd like us all to forget, but Dr. Heckle remembers, of course. I remember everything. It's,
The doc remembers it all.
yeah. If you slight me, I'll remember. Test me.
Can't hold
Try
a
me.
grudge like a dwarf.
Like a dwarf, like an elephant. We do have, we are here. This is a debut of the autumn map as well for me on the Dota Plus.
That baby is coming down.
Seasonal offerings just dropped. It's September, by the way. Forgot to mention that the calendar has rolled over. Once again, happens every 30 days. Fall will be upon us very soon.
Are you excited for the fall?
Summer's my favorite month. My favorite season, even. My favorite season.
Middle?
Middle.
Finger Spirit.
Oh.
He has stun potential. This could get
Bam.
hot.
Schmack. Up a bottom again. Samada can't keep herself out of danger. Will get finished off with the shock from, or with the plasma field, sorry, from Undone Jin, but he's gonna fall low to these zombies. It's gonna be a double kill for Epi. On this Undying, the Tombstone doing major work. You gotta respect the Tombstone when you're laying against this Undying.
The Tombstone's really one of the best. I mean, you cannot calculate that well in the middle of a team fight whether or not you can take it. So you have to make a snap call. Like, either kill the tomb or run.
Yeah.
You
And
make that wrong choice, you're cooked.
it's almost always the kill order on the Tombstone first. I know other kills might look juicy, but King is going to take this respawn opportunity to go mid, refill the bottle for Ember Spirit. He's thinking about aggressing here on this Monkey King. Trying to bring some relief for this poor NTG Ember. Just really suffering. 16 last hits to 40 on this Monkey King.
Yeah.
Trying to knock out that vision.
More denies than last hit.
That is
Red knob.
miserable.
Yeah, I mean, it's the matchup. There's nothing really you can do on Ember unless you're like, you need to massively outplay.
And it's gonna be a Lotus Orb fight here, or sorry, not a Lotus Flower fight. And the Clockwork will win it, but at what cost? The Dawnbreaker is the first to go down. Now Sauce slipping out the side will cogs up the TA. Ooh, 2 denied bounty runes?
Oh my goodness, that's brutal.
Who is this guy? A Minx. It's like really showing off in this mid lane. This is how they make the playoffs. You know, this is we Forgotto the Moscato that and we can see in all season long here at MD2L.
Dyer's middle tower is taking one hell of a beating.
Ooh, a big dive down here. Throwing up the high fives. NTG looking to punish this aggression. Flare coming out. Plays the deep ward. Throwing up some Chinese voice lines here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is like full. Minx must be watching like a lot of like classic OG, like 2016 to present games. 'Cause it's voice lines, it's sprays, it's taunts, full mental warfare on display here.
Maybe a Thompson fan.
Oh yeah, could be a Thompson fan. Would not shock me. Samada looking to recovery farm here. Has the lunar orbit skilled. Her new active ability now that they've moved Lunar Blessing to that innate will help her farm a bit here. Takes out the easy cams, gonna fall back to some of these safer cams as yeah, she's got some catching up to do. Only 26 last hits now. Compare that to Razor's 38. And yes, the difference is clear when it comes to how these lanes are shaken out. And rotation mid from Emphatic takes out this Monkey King. Trying to right the ship, slowly but surely.
And just like that, who cares, right? If we move over to net worth, there's still a gulf, but this Razor is
Oh wow, bottom again.
Radiant's middle tower is
Undone
about to be a
Jin.
pile of smoking rocks.
Yeah, this Razor is an issue.
Yeah, I mean, see, he's got the Null Talisman, got the Wraith Band. Pretty common in Universal heroes, but, you know, Razor is agility. So, you know, it's largely a spellcaster, though. Does like the mana cost reduction and hold that thought. Again, it's a rotation top here. It's going to be a dead Jakiro and a dead TA. A Minx. With this Monkey King, a killer rotation to answer that aggression in bottom lane.
It's kind of funny.
Yep. The laning stage, I think, is essentially breaking down, especially with the mobility, like Ember 6. They're just going to start pushing towers. Undying's almost 6. Dawn is 6. So the whole complexion of the game has changed now.
It is pretty much a free-for-all. All the nice little safety of the tower, of the towers guarding you, rather, is melting away. You are now defending these towers. This Dragonfire on this Dawnbreaker is going to make some chip damage happen on this Dire T1 top. Has that level 6, has Solar Guardian skilled, so wherever there is a fight, she will be there. They are going to apply even more pressure as Epi comes up now on this Undying. They're going to make a full-on attempt taking this tower down. Maybe the second tower kill, because they did get that tier 1 bottom on the Radiant. This is the counterpunch from the Radiant team. Epi falling in the back. Has that Ceaseless Dirge on cooldown. Yeah, good point out there. This Monkey King is getting accosted by 3 different heroes, but there's a Solar Guardian, and that is why that is a spell onto 3. But here comes Undone Jin on the Razor. What a team fight here in mid. There's the Flesh Golem, there's the Tombstone. King running away on low health, has to take out that zombie before it takes out him, and it's going to be 2 on the deck now for Forgotto, the Moscato, the Clockwork, and the Monkey King. Suffering in that big team fight engagement. What an explosion.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, this is kind of a low-kill game right now, and, like, I think only 2 heroes died from that kill. I cannot believe none of the heroes in the Dire died.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it was a little touch and go there for the Kunkka, but ultimately, they all get out with their lives. Now a nice 2K gold lead. Check the net worth here, and this Razor, Undone Jin, you know, we've sort of gassed him up in previous casts, and we're being shown here why just way out in front of even the TA on his team, way out in front of that mid Monkey King, just really carrying from the offense.
That's why you pick Razor. You punish, like, and taking that early, you set a tone for a draft, saying you don't really want to pick a melee safe laner, because any melee into Razor is just an instant lost lane.
Yeah, that is.
And, like, so now you go for the Luna, who still doesn't like being run at, right? So Razor's solid, and let's see if the itemization can really carry through to the mid game here.
Yeah, Luna famously low attack range too, so without a Hurricane Pike or a Dragon Lance will suffer pretty much the same fate as a melee hero. This is a Chain Gang Ember Spirit, by the way. Has that extra chains and hold that thought. We hear the X marks the spot. Undone Jin showing his face up again. Sauce here again. That's 3 heroes. Back to dominating for him. He is, what, like 7-1 at this point? 8-1. So sorry. Undone Jin. It's 11 minutes into this game, and this guy is already just, like, way bringing it.
Just balling. Went for the quick Yasha and some treads. So very high attack speed, great movement speed, chase potential, and this is, like, there's no BKB in sight. The closest BKB is the Razors that he's building right now. Extremely
mature decision as well. This is playoff Dota, is what we're seeing here. It is not funny refresher Aghanims build time. This is buckle down, get Yasha, get BKB, win the game.
I think a legit build is BKB refresher.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like, I'm talking about my pub. Hold that thought. This Dawnbreaker does not know what she's in for. Going to try to hammer away. Gets X marked. That's 4 heroes mid. Dragonfire going down. NTG taking the kill. It's 11-4 now in the favor of threat of Techies. A 2K gold lead as we enter the 13th minute of this first game of the best of 3. up bracket.
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a
Season
pile of
17.
smoking rocks.
Amingus
Dire's top tower is
found
really
out
taking
Monkey
a
King is
beating.
going to spring away into the trees,
Dire's
has
top tower
surrounded
just went
himself.
belly up.
And oh, he is found! Oh, with the chain gang, he can't get out. The Centaurs are blocking him. Betrayed by the neutrals. NTG, a worthy tip. Good scouting with that sleight of fist. Knew he couldn't have gone too far. Would have saw him jump out. Collects the easy kill there.
Yeah, with Chain Gang, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, 2 creeps. If he was there, he's getting wrapped up, so makes sense.
Wow, what a recovery, too. I mean, the lane was not good, but guess what? He didn't feed. He's 2-0-3. That's more than you can ask for at this stage.
Oh, yeah. Against the Monkey King, 100%. Now this
Yeah.
mid tower is falling lower and lower for the Radiant side. The gulf is getting a little wider monetarily. 3K gold lead now for our Dire team. The threat of Techies. No Techies picked or banned from either team. What gives?
Yeah, I think he's all right. Just nothing eye-popping about the hero right now.
Sure. Yeah, you can't abuse Midas with him anymore, so...
Yeah, that was nuts. Really.
What a
I know,
week.
that's really fresh. That was crazy.
Yeah, for real. Dire now. Sizing up mid. Jakiro, a famously good pusher, went for Liquid Frost instead of Liquid Fire. Usually the better call. That movement slow, impact damage. Used a mini stun. I remember back when that was the Agony Shard. That was a reliable mini stun. Way better than you know, Ice Path for quick stuns.
Yeah. And the highest level hero in the game is this TA. TA's just been farming up.
Yeah,
This
she's
is
got
pretty
it.
much perfect. Has the Deso online with super fast farm speed. Just untouched, unpressured.
Yeah, Night Whisper came out of lane. Didn't do the best. You know, that Dawnbreaker was showing up, but yeah, as like you said, just been unbothered in their element, moisturized, just farming away. 2 smoke now on the Dire team. It's 12-4. That kill lead has been trickling ever so slowly up to the Dire's favor. 3 smoke now. They're going to break onto the Undying. Maybe not the best hero to do that on, but without friends will be a quick pick. Hammer does come out from the Dawnbreaker. Won't do much, though. It's 13-4
no tune,
now.
no save. They just took off the Undying, no spells down. This is a free tower.
Yep. 16 minutes rolling around here. Not a lot of heroes top. Should be 4 out of 5, making space for that Templar Assassin. Yeah.
All right, Dr. Heckle what minute mark is the Radiant getting their next kill?
Oh, okay. It's hold that thought. We do have an attempt here onto the clockwork. Another. These hammers just keep coming from off screen from this Dawnbreaker. Sauce. That's the hook shot. A creep to try to get out of here. Is X, is lassoed, or static linked by Undungeon. But here comes Monkey King with the full ult, emphatic to fall. If I had to guess, I'd say the 16-minute mark for the Radiant's next kill.
Exactly. That Jakiro was in too deep, and they're going to
once more. Once Undungeon has that Sanj and Yasha finished, and another Ogre Axe for that BKB.
Yep. Opting went for a little bit greedier. Finished the SNY pre-BKB, but got away with it fine. Like, that hero, not much can threaten the Razor right now.
Gold League up to 5K now for this for the Dire team threat of Techies. 14-5. All T1's off the map now for the Radiant side. It will be kind of back to hitting the farm alarm. This Luna has been off the map for quite some time. Has not been coming in these fights. She does have Eclipse skilled, just in case things start to pop off. You never know.
I mean, you don't feel too bad if you can do this on Luna. I mean, sure, the TA is farming a little faster because the TA had a better start, but if you're Luna, this is how you recover. You just disappear with your MOM Manta or Yasha, go to Manta, push out lanes, extend the game, and you have pretty decent tools for doing that too.
Yep. And this is a pretty formidable high ground holding team. I don't want to think too far ahead or doom Forgotto the Moscato to a high ground hold. But, you know, you got Undying, you got Looney, you got You know, slam rod on ground. You got the hammer. You got tools to hold up in your base and even put up pretty good tower defenses here.
Wow, this is a luminosity charge cooldown facet Dawnbreaker. That was a lot of like nouns and adjectives. But the Dawnbreaker's facet lowers cooldown instead of the kind of mini odds.
Okay, sure. Interesting.
Oh, and the Dawn opting for the Echo Saber. You can turn that into BKB later because we will need BKB against that. There's no question.
Yeah, you don't want to get Jakiro'd and Ember Spirited and all that garbage.
Yeah. PA's massive. Looks like ready to fight right now.
Yes, I mean, her and the Razor, they are kind of neck and neck in farm now, separated by less than 100. So, game pace has slowed down, though, as both teams are content to farm. Luna stabilizing as well, is up to her, a Monkey King. Great stack there from Dragonfire. You'll excuse me, I did had some sushi for dinner.
Oh, me too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Scanning all over for enemies.
Some,
vegetarian sushi.
Will get
Oh,
more exciting.
very nice, very nice. Smoke out here from Threat of Techies. Dire team looking for a pick. Turn that into a new objective. NTG not smoked up. Will be the Vanguard there. The old, I'm not out of position. Or I'm out of position, I'm not the bait. Gonna put some pressure here on the T2, perhaps.
Radiant's middle tower is
Or
hanging on
perhaps
by a
not.
bit.
Double damage empowers me.
There is the DD pop, or the AD pop. Amplified damage from this Ember Spirit. They're hunting.
I mean, if Ember's still calling it double damage, I'm not gonna try to correct his parlance. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, you're a big return guy, so I know you're very trad. And up, Dawnbreaker is just gonna spill the beans on wherever the Dire are, as the map hacks get activated. See the entire map. This Clockwork is just kind of hiding back here. You seeing this, Sauce? Hello, sir? Rush to Force Staff. Compliment these phase boots. What are you doing back here, little guy? That's so cute.
Oh, we're looking to make
Wow,
me a
actually,
roast
pre-heads up play here is in the town for this Roshan. We'll spy this with that ward too. This could actually be kind of insane. Has the remnant out. NTG anticipating some kind of steal, but Sauce, was that a little too premature? Roshan at half health. They are munching this thing up quick. They could get the Dawnbreaker in on this too. This could be a very good, very inspired play from Sauce, and he's going to go in right now with maybe a quarter health left. Sorry, that's more like a sixth, I'd say. It's immediately swallowed up. Any kind of tactical advantage they could have had. Squandered a little bit by a premature hook. I'm not sure what he was thinking with that much health left on Roshan.
Well, just no vision. I mean, Flare was on cooldown for a couple seconds. Maybe the player thought, okay, it's happening soon. It's happening.
Yep. I mean, you know, it's hard to estimate things. You ever look at like a glass of water and like kind of anticipating when, like, you know, if you're pouring it, like when exactly it's gonna run out?
Yeah.
Yeah, same kind of thing. You know, it's tough to estimate with maybe the TA stops hitting it for a bit to try to screw with things. No, she's being watched because the flare did come out fairly early. Don't really know.
Maybe a little bit more patience with the next player. But I mean, it's a low risk play.
Sure.
You're
Night
gonna be
Whisper
up
now.
for the
I just
following
woke up.
push.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. Has this Aegis for 4 minutes.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower.
Pressuring this bottom T2. Even with this Aegis, things are still pretty slow after a pretty contentious late early game, I would say, as we come into this mid game. There's like that one explosive fight in mid that was absolutely insane, and ever since then it's been pretty mum.
You can put him on then.
Pretty bit of mum. Now the
Don't look
siege
now,
will be
but
onto this
Radiant's
tier
bottom
2.
tower is getting a-
Radiant is in the area. We forgot on the Moscato. Up, hold that thought. Dawnbreaker getting chained, gets stunned, throws out the hammer. This will not be good for Dragonfire. She goes down. Dawn on the deck. And yeah, I mean, that just goes to show the raw initiation range from Threat of Techies is pretty potent.
Yeah, just Gleipnir Ember. I mean, no BKBs up there,
Don't look
right?
now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated. Okay, fine.
No, we got 2 heroes trying to build BKB. Until then, the initiation's just wild.
Yeah, and like you said, with that Gleipnir, it's free. This Gleipnir sets up the Jakiro for the stun with the Ice Path.
Never mind, it's gone.
Super safe stuff. Now,
Flames will spread
predictably,
thrice.
Threat of Techies will go mid for this tier 2.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is
Check out this
getting
King support
obliterated.
Kunkka build. Rushes this Aghanim Scepter. That will be the Ghost Ship Fleet. Moved off of the Talon
Radiant's
tree
middle tower
into
is
the
hanging on by a
Aghanims.
brick.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, I'm
If you're in
reading
the
it
vicinity
right
of
now.
Dyer's top tower,
Cannonball
I'd put on a
volley.
hard count. That
That's
Oh.
kind of saucy. It's a lot of
Radiant's middle tower
damage.
is about to be a pile of smoking rocks.
Port and starboard size. It's good that they preserve that naval lingo.
Of course. Uh-oh.
Oh, this Dawnbreaker cannot. Oh, the cannonballs. They're.
Flying out.
All right, this is extremely good. I like that a lot.
Does it add a boat?
Radiant's middle tower is about to
What's
be a
up?
Yeah,
pile of
two
smoking
ships.
rocks. If you're in the vicinity of
So it
Dyer's
could
top
add a
tower,
second
I'd
boat.
put on a hard count.
So that's pretty good.
Radiant's middle tower just
Yeah,
got
that
smashed
is,
all to hell.
I did not realize that was Effie's new voice line. And, you know what? Shouts to Effie, because everything that she puts out voice line wise just kind of prints money, and I see it for
Yep.
a year, 2 years
Radiant's middle
plus.
tower is hanging on by a brick.
Oh yeah.
Dyer's top tower is really
Incredible
taking a beating.
stuff. High ground
Kunkka is
push
0,
now.
1, 13. Outrageous.
What's that?
0, 1, and 13 on Kunkka.
That is a real true support stat line right there.
Dyer's courier has gone to the
Barely living.
Mailman Cemetery. Radiant's middle tower is hanging
Yeah,
on by
Night Whisper's just going to take this to the hole. They're poking at this T3. They have ultimates up, ready to defend for Forgotto the Moscato. The tier 3 does go down. These barracks will not be challenged, though. Threat of Techies will pull away. Looking for some other objectives. Top was getting side pushed by Monkey King, making him think twice about it. But a Minxed? How am I going to say that? Is sticking around at the farm. Kind of playing with fire. We'll TP away safely and freely.
Ooh.
Might have saved the barracks in doing so, though.
And
Oh,
and
Andy.
KB up. This Luna is ready for a last ditch fight. But the split push has been there. Level 17. Tied for highest level in the game. Luna has Luna'd.
Yep, and she's actually surpassed Razor's net worth. You know, Undone Jin, we were talking about him for the entire early game. Now playing second fiddle to this Luna.
And you know what? I think that's fine. I mean, Razor really did their job. Just made an unbelievable amount of space. Held the enemy team to 5 kills. Like, anywhere the Razor was, they couldn't fight. Because he was just way too strong at the time. So they took the entire map.
Yep. The Aegis will expire here on Night Whisper, and what an Aegis that was. Takes out 3 towers, 2 T1s, 1 T3. Now going for this Tormentor here. We'll clean that up pretty quickly. Going to King, well earned. And yeah, that's going to be Tidal Wave. Blink Dagger could be in their future. They're saving up now. It is in Blink Dagger buying consideration. Oh, but King, you will get found out by the Radiant team. And here come the Ghost Ships. He's not going down without a fight. Sauce is keeping him held down. Dragonfire ult on this Dawnbreaker to seal the deal. But here comes the real cores. Night Whisper and Undone Jin. NTG gonna clean up Kunkka in the backline. The Unceasing Dirge. Undying will come back. Sorry, cleans up the Undying. Not gonna kill his own teammate there. That would be ridiculous.
If you're in the vicinity of Dyer's top tower,
Dude,
I'd
friendly
put on a
fire
hard
in
count.
Dota.
That baby is coming
When?
down.
That's the big reveal. TI Grand Finals. I'm sorry that we're spoiling it here on this MD2L playoffs cast, but they are going to put friendly fire into what would have to be Dota 3 8.0, whatever you want to call it. That would be a radically different game.
I think that game would be toxic and shitty.
Yeah, I would not want to play
Pardon
that
my
game.
language.
Yeah.
But like, you know how your teammates start frothing at the mouth when they can deny you.
Oh yeah, I get that. It gets my blood up for sure. Oh my God, Night Whisper jumping into 3. with Undungeon in, behind, has the BKB to back it up. Dragonfire going down, but here comes Amigas with the ult on the Monkey King. Night Whisper focusing on this Tombstone to help mitigate things. NTG falling low will zip away. Now it's Undungeon looking to clean up on this Razor. Has the Monkey King in his sights. Amongst this Monkey King. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that anymore. I'm just going to call him Monkey King.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, that is a huge fight now. An aggressive fight with good vision for threat of Techies. Huge gold swing. Going to get about 1,800-ish gold, up to a 7k gold lead now. It's 21-7. They're going to threaten this last tier 2 for the Radiant side. Not in.
And killed 3.
Oh, but Night Whisper flexing on this Luna, saying, "Listen, you might think this is your side of the map, but this is my game right now." Just coming and pumping out damage. Has that Dragon Lance, has the Chrysalis, has a 12-stack Desolator. It's really a force in these fights.
Yeah, I mean, TA is almost 6-slotted. Yes, you have room to improve into Daedalus, maybe Swift Blink or Strength Blink if you want. And I'm not too much of a TA player. Do you finish the Pike? Probably.
Well, she did.
Okay, there you go. You got your answer.
Asked and answered.
Yep.
Yeah. The column falls over the battlefield once again. It's a 4-man smoke now. Firm threat of Techies. They are going hunting. They want this final T2. 2 wards here. This one from the Radiant. This one from the Dire. This one from the Dire. Probably how they found that great jump in from that TA, which started off that last fight. And though the Eagle Song gets sniped out, that was Luna's going for that butterfly. We'll have to wait a little longer on the deck for 2 minutes. We'll not have that big ticket item.
Yeah, that not only denies the item for this crucial fight, but it gives a ton of information to your course. Like start building your MKBs.
Yep, and we, well, Templar is still going to opt for the Daedalus. No MKB queued up for other heroes yet. Tier 2 goes down. And yeah, looks like the pressure will be applied to high ground. They want to fight without this Eagle Song on this Luna. It's going to be the ult from Undungeon to do extra damage to this tower. That Item Scepter is up. Oh. Some harassment onto Sauce. Hook shot off the mark. Little chottle.
But if I was, I'd bet on
that's the Item Shard. Apologies. I thought that was going to... I thought that Saddling thing was a component of the Scepter. It's still just of the Shard. And Undungeon tanking that tower. We'll take out that tier 3. Tombstone committed, though, from Epi. And yeah, no such luck.
Yeah, Tombstone and Dying Ult use. You can just back off, wait it out. That could even just be a go into a recommit.
Yep. They're in no rush. You know, no Aegis on the deck. That is going to be another set of racks exposed now for Forgotto the Moscato. That is for threat of Techies to take whenever they will. That's just kind of setting up a powder keg, you know. The next lost engagement for Forgotto the Moscato could be devastating. Suddenly you're down 2 racks. And there's the smoke. There's going to be a Monkey King ult committed onto King on this Kunkka. We'll get the ghost ships off. And there's a much better hook shot from Sauce on this Clockwork into 2. But Jakira will get out. Now Undungeon falling a little low. We'll take out the Luna, but it's Monkey King cleaning up now. Undungeon falls. Dragonfire going toe-to-toe with Nightweaver. Goes down as well. Epi down. A triple kill now for Night Whisper, and she's not done yet. The Ultra kill comes out. That's 5 on the deck for Forgotto the Moscato. This is almost assuredly going to be 2 lanes of racks without any buybacks. And yeah, King saying, you want to ult me and just me? All right. I got big friends, and they'll clean up your whole team.
I mean, that looked like such a good initiation, right? And you got a couple heroes with it. It took a little too long to take out the Razor. A little too much attention, so Night Whisper could just come in and clean up an ultra kill for your TA.
Yeah, and Night Whisper's just does not have friends here. She is alone. Well, actually, there's King and the rest of the team. They will find Sauce here, and he's gonna Yep. Getting it pretty set up, but there's the hook shot out onto creeps. You do always have that free escape as clockwork. It's not the best use of your ult, but it's an escape as the second set of racks go down for Forgotto and Moscato, and the powder keg has been ignited. 2 racks.
Wow. We're going to have to see an all-out base defense here. Buyout time.
Yep. It's the Glyph committed 14k gold lead for threat of Techies. And yeah, they are they're gonna back up, maybe gonna play around this Roshan, which has respawned. He is
TA knows.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, let's confirm that for the viewers. That third eye, Templar and her teammates can see the respawn timer. So yes, that's it wasn't the psionic trap in the Roche pit. Well, I guess that doesn't give vision in the Roche pit anymore, does it?
I did no, and it doesn't need to.
Yeah, right. But they're not gonna let this go freely. Sauce with a Force Staff and Cogs inward will get 3-shot by Nightwinter. That's a big Monkey King ult. King going down. Mayo trying to get what she can out of this BKB ult from Luna. But they're struggling just to take out the Kunkka. And here comes Undone Jin. First the Monkey King, now the Clockwork and Dragonfire. Dragonfire coming in on this Dawnbreaker. Getting Night Whisper low. She will fall. She is mortal. But the dieback from this Luna now. And Undone Jin joining the fight as well. As this ult going on. As the Static Link. A great stun here from the Shakiro. Will dodge the stun from Monkey King. Dragonfire dropping low as well. That is a lot of dead heroes on the Radiant side. Ceaseless Dirge going off for Undying. A buyback from Night Whisper. They're looking to land the killing blow as now Epi on this Undying will get caught out by that Ice Path. Going down. I have that on my chat wheel too. Emphatic support diff. What can you do? That is, God, I don't know, like 8 kills in that team fight for Forgotto or for Threat of Techies, and they'll just call it. Sauce calls good game. Samada following up as well. They know they don't have the buybacks. They don't know they don't have the defense. They'll take out this ward as a small treat. Game 1 goes to Threat of Techies in this best of 3.
Yeah, no, that was incredible. I mean, Threat of Techies just said, you don't really even care about lane matchups. I mean, the mid matchup was extremely difficult, but the player did not die the entire game. 7-0-17. In my opinion, that was the most mature stat line you're going to see for an Ember against an MK. A lot of less experienced or flustered players would try to force things and start snowball feeding. No, kept it cool, played with the team, played around Dr. Undone Jin here.
Oh, yeah. That's 12, 2, and 17 from this Razor. A clinic in the off lane. Kept Samada down that entire laning stage and just couldn't really get online. I did not feel that Luna's presence. Going to have to cook something else up here for Game 2, which we will come back soon. That's right. We got more Dota for you here. It's the MD2L Season 17 playoffs. I'm Dr. Heckle. That's Snoe Plaus. And we will be right back.
See you later. The lobby's update.
And we're back. It's game 2 of Threat of Techies versus We Forgotto the Moscato. It's Dr. Heckle back here with Snoe Plaus. Snoe, what a game 1 from these two teams.
Yeah, it was a really controlled, mature game from Threat of Techies. Very methodical. They played their timings well, and they didn't overextend.
Yeah.
And they knew when to shut the door. I mean, that's classic Dota.
Yeah, just a very, like you said, methodical, controlled, mature first game. And it shows like these teams came in here with a game plan, and we see it from their bans because they just rip through this stuff. I'm going to throw over to the draft screen right now.
10 seconds.
Why did it? My chat just went from
5 seconds.
Sorry,
4,
folks.
3. Dyer gets the ban.
From MD2L to a completely different streamer's stream entirely. And now we've got a Lich pick. I come back, and there's a Lich pick just in my inbox from Forgotto the Moscato. Completely different pivot from that first game. I think that he got banned in the second round of bans in that first game.
Dyer gets the ban.
Okay. I quite like Lich. I love Frost Shield as a core. It's such a good counter initiation spell. It's a good counter push spell. It buys you a lot of time for maybe slower carries like a Spectre. I think Spectre Lich is time.
Dyer's turn to pick.
It's classic. It's Snapfire ban. A lot of the same bans from this first game. We see Ursa, we see Lena, Sand King, Enchantress, Windranger, all the classics, all the standards. But here comes the Phoenix from Forgotto the Moscato. We will see a Jakiro ban from Forgotto as well. Just did not want to see that same smoke from that first game.
5 seconds.
Nope. The Phoenix is solid here. I mean, their team fight right now is terrifying. We're not going to see any Grim Lich, which is a stack favorite.
Well,
but still, Lich Phoenix. We're gonna Thompson's back.
That could be could be mid Grimstroke, or it could be off lane Phoenix.
That's fair. I don't think we're going to see that, though. I think Phoenix just provides too much utility and still a ton of damage and healing from before.
Now there's a hero that I think was completely ignored in that first game, and Threat of Techies is going to say, that's not how you play Clockwork at all. Sauce, step back. We're going to show you how to do it. They're going to pick up a Clockwork for themselves in game 2.
Yeah, right. That's going to annoy the Phoenix.
Regret every choice you've made if you hurry.
You have to be very, very careful when you dive against Clockwork, how you use your spells. And the Weaver is good at killing the egg. So I think they addressed a lot of the issues with the second pick there. But one last rebuttal in this phase. How do you counter this DK Clockwork giving vision and the Weaver in the back? You need some more reliable lockdown. Right, Doc?
Yeah, I mean, we want to talk about lockdown because Lich has the AoE gaze with the Aghanim Scepter, but beyond that, there's not much by way of targeted stuns. Something to complement the Phoenix Supernova would be pretty good. Something like maybe like a Black Hole or a Ravage. Something big like that, or a Mars. We didn't see any Mars last game, and we won't probably this game either because there is the Tusk pickup. Will be the offlaner, him or the Phoenix. Or this could be mid Phoenix. Or hold on, wait a minute. What if, when you're down 1 game to 0, it's the playoffs, you pull out the position 1 Phoenix if you're Forgotto?
Safe lane farming Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of things that I said I would never see in Dota. I don't think I'm ever going to see the position 1 farming Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, you said that about Pudge.
I did.
Stranger things have happened.
I mean, if they give Phoenix a gun, maybe.
Phoenix with a Glock.
Yeah, it's just a different hero.
Ship it, Ice Fraud.
I'd play that in Deadlock.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that just Infernus, right?
Okay.
Deadlock, what a game, man. It scratches a bunch of itches, like TF2. Miss those heydays of just like sitting on like a 24-hour G pit or a 2-fort server. It's just good.
Whoa.
More Trid. Okay. The Phantom Assassin pick from Forgotto the Moscato for going the Luna. Luna, like I said at the end of the first game, did not impress very much. She was able to recovery farm, but to what end? I feel like in both team fights she showed up. She just kind
10
of ripped
seconds.
the Eclipse and then
All
got
right,
three-shot
Dire
by
is
the
the
MD2L. And it's going to be the Mogul Khan himself, Axe, as the 4th pick for Threat of Techies. So they're saving the support pick for their final pick for Threat of Techies. They have the Clockwork, probably going to be the 4 or the 5. Weaver position 1, Axe position 3, mid DK. Pretty transparent draft. You know, we always like to talk about draft ambiguity.
I don't know about that.
You don't know.
The Weaver has flexibility. Weaver support still works. That's not too bad against PA. Not too bad against Phoenix.
Sure. Yeah. Bugs wouldn't hit Supernova, right? That would be insane.
No, they don't count as
We're
attacking.
10 seconds out. Plenty of
makes
time
sense.
to
I think
tell
they
an
just do
announcer you
damage
love
and
them
lower
if
armor.
that's what's in
It's
your heart.
strange.
5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can just flex that so your draft has another PA counter in your cores, you're feeling pretty decent.
Yeah.
Because with 2 picks left in the draft and you pick that PA, you got to be really confident in that.
Yeah, there is the Mars ban. I wouldn't hate a Viper ban here if I was Forgotto the Moscato, even though you are looking for supports or potential position 1s. Well, a 4 Viper,
Even the
right?
DK. The DK could win too. This draft, the DK could be
Radiant's up. Banning time.
mid or
Supposed to
safe
be the
lane
game.
carry.
Please,
Yeah.
please,
There's
please,
there's the TA ban. Maybe this draft is not as transparent as I once implied. You know, maybe I
Yeah.
am not giving Threat of Techies the credit where credit is due.
Yeah, I think that's one
10
of the
seconds
powers of the DK
Well,
and the Weaver.
now.
DK is a flexible pick now. Could go in any
We're
core
starting
spot.
in 5 seconds. With
The
or without
Axe
you.
is pretty definitively the offlaner, though. That's pretty.
Yeah, there's
transparent.
very few places where you can run the Great Khan.
Unless Thompson comes
Unless,
to town.
yeah, right, exactly. It's like, no, guys, I saw this. It was on Reddit. That's how I know I'm in for 40
Dire
minutes
gets
of
the
pure
ban.
garbage. There's the Razor ban. Great ban there, I think. If they are thinking that it is going to be a support Weaver, then the Razor, the TA, both solid bans. I mean, crits don't miss against Phantom Assassin, right? Like meld hits can
Crits do miss.
10 seconds.
can miss. Okay, so you
Yeah.
can screw up a meld strike against PA.
5 seconds. 4.
Does that miss?
Does Melt pick crit?
Dire's turn to pick.
Meld is like a mini crit, right?
Oh, I'm not sure. They might have hard coded it that it doesn't miss, but it used to be able to miss, and it felt really bad for TA players.
I could believe that. And there's going to be the Centaur ban to complement the Mars ban. They're thinking offlaners for Moscato.
10
They're
seconds.
thinking safe lane carries for Threat of Techies. Is it a carry Weaver or a support Weaver?
We're
We will
starting in
find
5
out
seconds. With or without you.
in 5-ish short seconds. They still have plenty of reserve time, so maybe a little longer.
Radiant's up.
Oh, and here.
Taking it over, it's going to be... Oh,
It's
Willow.
Dark
Okay.
Willow. Ignored, I think, in that first game completely.
Yeah, I think so. It's looking good here against Tusk. You like it. Optioning Weaver into that carry position.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be kind of
10
scary,
seconds.
right? Willow Weaver,
Now here's
then,
the
like,
thought. Here's the thought.
Willow Axe.
Is
What?
5
this
seconds.
a support Weaver? Is this a position 1 Dark Willow?
What was that tournament?
I think it
where
was
somebody busted that out.
the International 12. Wasn't that
Dave Johnson.
very present
Welcome
in the
to
last
Dallas.
international?
All right, it's hero choosing time.
Oh, vacuum into Supernova and wall and shit. Wow, that could be saucy. It's mid though.
Mid Phoenix?
No, it's awfully
mid
Phoenix,
Darkseer.
and it's gonna be mid Darkseer. It will be a Minxed on Darkseer, Samad on Phantom Assassin, Sauce on the Tusk, Dragonfire on Phoenix, very apt, and Epi rather, on Lich. Meanwhile, NTG will take up the Dragon Knight, Night Whisper on the Weaver, position 1. That it will be a King support Dark Willow, Emphatic on Clockwork, and that almost assuredly will be an Undone Jin Axe. I am very excited for this. Undone Jin put on that clinic in that first game on the Razor. Cannot wait to see what he can bring on the Axe.
This draft is absolutely dripping with sauce.
It's like you would have to fish it. Like, you can't even see this draft from surface level. You have to reach into the sauce to extract it. And at that point, it's just like, you don't even know what it looks like without the sauce.
Phoenix is quite strong against Clockwork, Axe, DK with the healing ray.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yeah, I mean, the safe potential between Tusk, between Sunrays from off-screen, from Dragonfire, Lich with Frost Armor, a very good defensive saving lineup. This could, like, big 4 protect, like, you know, like, though this is a quick wit Darkseer, so scratch that. This could be... Also, I'd like to point out that 3 of the heroes on We Forgot the Moscato, both, they all have little sword icons for their facets.
Sure.
Non-negligible, just gotta say. But this is it. This is, well, not it, but this is game 2 of this best of 3 between We Forgot the Moscato and Threat of Techies. Man, we got a, like you said, a saucy one for this game 2.
I love this. This is what the game's all about.
Get ready.
Like the final pick that sets everything together is just like, it's the key that opens up the puzzle box, and then you just watch something beautiful come out.
So, quick wit, if you do not recall, means that Darkseer will also get attack speed from intelligence, and his intelligence cannot be lower than the average of his strength and agility. Of course, has much more strength growth than agi growth. We'll still go for this quick bracer build-up into, which is probably going to be Arcane Boots, and oh, good preemptive warding here, but the jig is up. They will find that Dire Ward, which will diffuse this aggression.
All right, gang.
And they'll deny it out.
Yeah, this is a good voice lines here for that extremely specific situation. Thank you, Seek and Strike. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get another Bloodless Rune engagement here. Man, I cannot wait to see this Darkseer, this mid Darkseer, man.
I am so excited. Like, imagine your NTG. There's probably going to be a clash here.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, forget that Bloodless shit. This is going to be a little, well, some spells exchanged, but no serious First Blood attempts. That's going to be 3 bounty runes for Threat of Techies, though. So we'll scoop that up.
Night Whisper making a heads-up play.
Oh, King is going to get poked down here. A couple blood grenades. There's out some thorns. Undone Jin now. Going to take a lot of hate here. Now, will be Sauce getting the first blood on this Tusk.
Yeah, tag team is just... It's the Kingly level 1 spell. Probably one of the best in one-on-one engagements at level 1.
No drinking buddy saves, though?
Whoa, oh, this Darkseer is offlane.
Oh, it's a mid-Phoenix.
Yes, the
What is happening? They are going to lane swap here, and yeah, it will be. Hold on, it's a tri-lane down here. Is Undone Jin. There's some more tag team action. They will take him down next. It's you said this was going to be saucy, Snow, and was not going to guess a tri-lane to kick things off here for a quick 2 kills to open things up.
Oh. We were transported to, like, 2015 for a second.
Kind of miss tri-lanes, man. I don't know. It's been duo lanes for too long. I miss duo roaming. Kane getting big-time bullied by Samada here. Doesn't even have a Blightstone to really make these daggers and jump-ins really hurt. But it will be Samada and Epi down here on the TA and Lich, respectively. Undone Jin on the Axe, supported by King. Meanwhile, mid, it is that classic Phoenix versus DK matchup. It'll be Dragonfire this time mid, and NTG on this DK. Oh, but Darkseer up top, going down. Sauce trying to punish Night Whisper and Emphatic. Cannot do it. Gets focused down and killed. He'll be laning with Sauce, of course, on this Tusk, with Night Whisper on Weaver, and Emphatic on this Clockwork. Already, last game, so tight, so businesslike, so well measured. A measured game of Dota. This is madness. This is...
Yeah, exactly. Let's see who drives in Madness bottom.
Oh, man. Bottom. Yeah, you're right. Undone Jin falling low. PA going down. Epi needs to not get shot here. And the King's Revenge with a double kill. Takes out the safe laner. Takes out the position 5 Lich. Ugh. Man. The party simply don't stop.
This is more like it.
Yeah. This is keeping me on my toes here. I actually got I poured myself a little drink for this game. I was hoping.
All right, let's go.
So, you know, we're hanging loose on a Wednesday night. And oh my god, top again. This Sauce. It's the battle for that Lotus at 3 minutes. We'll wait out Emphatic's battery assault. Comes back in. Night Whisper giving some kisses with the slow Sakuchi. The slow Coochie, as it's known colloquially.
Okay.
Yeah. And, yeah, we'll punish that a little bit. Meanwhile, King getting poked down. It's daggers. It's ice blasts. It's...
Honestly, this is supposed to be a favorable lane for the Axe, but the PA has really made do.
Yeah. I mean, she does have full wand up for those battle hungers. King is being repelled pretty well, but Epi also falling a little low. Oh, big taunt here, but has that ice frost shield rather. Top lane. Sauce going down. Taken out by Night Whisper. Minx not too concerned. Maybe he should be taking a lot of hits here from the Weaver. Throws out the tip.
This guy's a maniac. He has no points in haste and he's sticking around.
Yeah. King getting accosted by creeps, throwing out Shadow Realm max level auto attacks. It's I pick a point on the map. There's probably something happening. It's really truly like that right now.
Yeah, I feel like game 1, everyone was just, like on their best behavior.
Yeah.
Game 2 is just going nuts.
This really is like first day of senior year versus last day of senior year kind of behavior. Coming out here for both of these teams. And, you know, it's upper bracket, first round. This is the 4 seed versus the 5 seed. So both of these teams are probably staring down the winner of the 1 and 8 seed. And, you know, might be the 1 seed. I forget who that is, but it's fine. But, you know, they're both eager to prove themselves. But, you know, losing this series wouldn't be the end of the world. Plus, of course, threat of Techies playing around with a 1-game lead and Emphatic. Oh, man. Engagements all over the map. King goes down. Epi goes down. Supports have been shedded. Now top. Tusk going down. It is so hard, folks. I miss my observers so much. Snoe, where you at? Sometimes I think I can still hear your voice through Discord. The Ghost in the Machine. The Deus Ex Machina.
Middle.
Oh my god, thank you. Oh, Dragonfire. Getting dragoned on by NTG. The Griffin comes out from Dragon Knight.
Smoking rocks.
Oh my god.
Going mad, Pete.
Yeah.
We are getting back together for the finals, though.
I cannot wait for that. That weekend is going to be a rock and roll roller coaster. We got a couple of good weekends coming up, you know. I mean, every weekend would be a good weekend.
Gearing up.
Yep. It's, you know, just hanging out this weekend. And then the following weekend will be TI Grand Finals. After that will be MD2L Grand Finals. This poor Darkseer runs into a hasted dragon-formed Dragon Knight, gets picked apart, and it's a deep dive here onto King, who's healing up a ton. Getting accosted by the PA, sorry. Eventually goes down. Epi looking like the return kill, but Undone Jin will peel off. It is...
Meanwhile, bottom, the PA picked up another kill on that Willow.
Scanning around for enemies.
Yeah, she got. And the 7-minute mark is coming around. Emphatic is sniffing around. A Minx sniffs it out. Says, not quite. But it's hanging out. Has the Windlace up.
Oh, a little early.
Yep, a little early on that one. A Minx still gets it. This is Battery Assault versus Ion Shell. Oh, creates a little exit path for a Minx. And, yeah, small overextension there from Emphatic. Kind of channeling Sauce from that first game with that attempted Roshan steal. These are some eager clockworks, you know, and who could fault them for that?
That's what you have to be. If you're not an eager clockwork, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Clockwork's got to get down and dirty.
Oh, Night Whisper now. Caught out in their onesie. Oh, but it has the time lapse. We'll take it out. Emphatic back in lane now on this clock.
No hook, though. All's well.
Yep. Battery assaulting. Finds a Minx. Not much you can do from that. Keeping it loose, though.
I would be thrilled if I was Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, PA is doing extremely well, considering that she has to lane up against an Axe with phase boots, but there's the stun. The taunt onto this poor dead Lich. You have to dive a little bit on Dungeon. Will take a couple tower shots to the face. Doesn't get the chop. But, oh man, there's the wall committed top. Picks up Emphatic on that Clockwork. Now they're diving Night Whisper, but there's the Invis. Dragon Knight, NTG picking up this Tusk. Easy peasy. Comes top to collect their kill. Ugh.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, now we're back bot. It's Samada. Oh, the missed dunk! Shameful. I caught that. That's on stream on Dungeon. He left him with like 3 health. King will clean it up, though. Gets the kill. A kill is a kill nonetheless for that Phantom Assassin. Or on that Phantom Assassin, so sorry. And yeah, it is 10 kills to 7 in the 8-minute mark. A stark difference from that first game.
Now
Epi is, just get walked down by King. Has the Bedlam, and will use it. Trying to contest a bounty rune. Senseless.
Wow.
Senseless violence.
Oh, this Willow's strong now.
Yeah.
I see Tranquils opting for the Yules.
Yeah, wants to be fast.
Going for the Blade Mail, that's what PA really doesn't like. That's when PA can't be anywhere near that. Because Blade Mail, with your low health, and your health is even shorter because of Culling Blade, you can't be around.
Yeah, don't stack against Darkseer, kids. It's,
but decently farmed already. Like, has the Cornucopia ready to disappear and farm a little bit, go for the Battle Fury.
Oh, more fighting. Commits the dust. On to Night Whisper. There's the... I definitely wasn't drinking just now. Night Whisper will be able to go away. Cogs committed, though. Samada came into this fight. She was farming the enemy safe jungle. And, oh, there's a big dive in from Phoenix. The Supernova Emphatic will burn out from this. Tank some tower shots, but it is not enough. TPing home now on this Phoenix. And, yeah, an incredible rotation from the position 1 Phantom Assassin to join in on that kill. Man, this game 2 really has it all, doesn't it? Now a rotation mid from PA as well. Onto this Dragon Knight, who does have DD and is in Dragon form, I need to stress. It does not deter Dragonfire, who did come top. Again, this is a mid Phoenix. Has the Urn of Shadows up, has the Tranquil Boots up. And, yeah, now it's a smoke. It's the Phoenix, or it's the Dragon Knight. It's the Clockwork. Going top. Man.
Such a rumble. Yeah, this DK is looking to rumble. This is DK's time. Looking for the Orchid Malevolence. Look, no nonsense. None of this farm BS.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, just going in for sauce here. We'll try to snowball away. Actually, will not. Absolutely will not. Has Emphatic there with the Battery Assault to cancel the TP. NTG will assist Night Whisper on cleaning that up. This poor Samada on this PA is forced to go mid to try to finish this Battle Fury. Is Battle Fury even the play this game? It's so high. So high tempo.
Yeah, no, you still go Battle Fury. Things can cool down, and because the game's so fighty, you can probably flip push a little bit rather than just tuck into the jungle. But ooh.
Oh yeah. Speaking of fights, it will be a dive mid here, but a jump away for Samada. Oh, that King will punish that, but it absolutely killer. Lich ult will jump to creeps, so it even turns into a good farming ult as well. It will be a Darkseer kill onto King, picking up that kill streak, and a punishment onto Emphatic as well on that Clockwork.
It's a huge gold swing, and you got enough assist gold to get a Claymore now. People love Claymore.
Yeah, it's true. Everybody wants to hit hard. Everybody wants to be happy.
Yep.
1350.
There's some stacks. Axe is happy too. Axe is top net worth. This is nuts.
Yeah. Wow. It's going to be all 3 cores from Threat of Techies up there, leading the net worth charts. I mean, got that early tower. clearing out creep stacks, kind of doing axe things, has the blade mail. Blink Dagger's going to be up next. And, I mean, after that first game performance on the Razor, are you really, truly shocked?
With whom?
With Razor? Undone Jin?
Yeah. Undone Jin. Just doing work now. Refarmed up, looking for the blink.
Yep. It's going to be a good ice... Icicle, what is that? Not Ice Path, Ice Shards. Ice Path is Jakiro, Ice Shards is Tusk. Onto the Willow. Super safe though, can just Shadow Realm away.
Yep. Just pushing our lanes. The game slowed down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cores can breathe and farm up a little bit. Maybe DK is not as thrilled going for this Orchid build. You're looking to feed the Blood Tribunal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I absolutely know what I mean. You want to be pushing objectives, you want to be taking big fights, and that's what NTG is going to force. Bring in Sauce mid. We'll hit those brambles. Oh, there's Emphatic. Almost caught by the Ice Shards. We'll get punched. But says, yeah, I got some tricks of my own. Oh my god, that Lich ult bouncing around, bouncing. Gets caught on King. We'll Shadow Realm. Killing the, taking the Lich ult with them. The DK goes down too, and a DK that is not fighting with that build is second only to a dead DK with that build. Does get punished for that overextension. Mass DP's in from the Radiant. Got a Moscato showing some life, making space for their PA. Now looking for mid.
Yeah, wow. Like you could see the shot calling. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like somebody in the team said, "Come mid, everybody come mid. We're fighting." And you gotta shoot from them.
Yeah. And now Dark Willow coming in to throw down some brambles, deter any further pushing. Mink's going for this Guardian Greaves Rush on Darkseer, a pretty common choice for Darkseers, but combined with Quick Wit. I was expecting something maybe a little saucier, you know, maybe treads, maybe phase boots. But, you know, the utility of just being Darkseer, of course, and just being Mr. Teamfight cannot be understated. But now, hold that thought, we got a 4-man smoke from the Dire. They're going to converge on on Dragonfire. It's fine, we didn't see the bad hook shot. They will not take out the Phoenix in time. We'll get the Supernova off for some damage, but not enough damage. And a big wall from a Minx on this Darkseer. Takes out one. The axe is on the floor. Emphatic so low. NTG so low. You gotta finish this off. You gotta finish the plate. Emphatic goes down. And now Samada in the fight. A Bedlam coming out from King. Goes down to the punch from Sauce. Well, actually, technically the Ion Shell, but man, a huge counter punch from the Forgotto, the Moscato. They are not going down. They say, we don't want to get O2'd. We got solutions for your aggression, and it is working out for them. They have successfully defended this Tier 1 tower twice in a row now.
Yes. Wow. And once again, a ton of team play. The spells weren't exactly all together, but they were one after another and absolutely massive, which is enough to kind of win that fight over. The Phoenix did buy back there. It was looking like a huge fight, and Phoenix was going to like the XP from that, but that wasn't even a Chain Frost. Chain Frost was on cooldown for like 10 seconds, where that could have been devastating. Oh,
yeah, I was checking for that too, and there's the hook shot in. Oh, there's the Chain Frost, though. Bouncing to Emphatic. Oh, but a big blink in, and a good, successful chop from Undone Jin this time. I thought that Lich ult was going to be way nastier than it ended up being, but Emphatic, seeing that Chain Frost was hanging around, chose to stay away from his friends, did not propagate it. Very mature positioning, very good team fighting. As yeah, 2 on the deck now, both supports for Forgotto and Moscato being victimized there, and the Tier 1 goes down. Mid tower, the bounty finally claimed for Threat of Techies. Now they'll turn their eyes bot. They have found Darkseer in the jungle. Nowhere is safe. First Crown going up. The Yules. The bug latches on during Yules, which is not an interaction that I thought would happen, but another wall. Sauce is here, and it's going to be a 4-man wall. Moscato wants a piece of this. She throws in the dagger, blinking in. The Dragon Knight illusion is doing massive work, but is it enough? NTG goes down, but another counter punch. It's going to be a killing spree for Undone Jin, and now Samada is being hunted, but the Dragon Knight illusion coming in, still doing work, and another chop from Undone Jin. Wow, huge fighting. A buyback from the Darkseer might have been a little too late, though, as now that's a full team wipe for We Forgotto the Moscato. Threat of Techies with some real acumen there in that engagement.
Wow, and a little cherry on top. The Darkseer Dragon Knight illusion splash damage killed a creep, got a neutral token that was stolen by the axe after the chop.
Oh my god. An abject disaster. You think it's like, alright, I'm dead. That sucks. At least I still have some cool illusions I can fight with. I can use to farm even if this fight is just cooked, and then having that happen is just miserable. You know, maybe they should patch it so that you can't spawn neutral tokens if you're dead.
Maybe. That'd be nice.
Dota 8.0 kind of stuff.
Axe is going Vampire Fang, though. Oh, they're going on Sauce.
Yeah, Sauce has been picked out here. That's 4 heroes, 5 heroes really, but Weaver did not want to use it in the game there. Oh, and they'll find Dragonfire as well. Tries to fly away, but will get terrorized. Bonus kill there for Threat of Techies is, yeah, now it's going to be a tier 2. Dragon Knight pops out. He's like, I'm a big fire griffin now. We're sieging this. We're pushing this. It's time.
Yeah, Blink Dagger flying out to DK. You probably want this first tier 2. Well, they have Fortify.
Yeah, they're choosing to save it for a little bit. They want to fight, potentially.
They still have their ability. Yeah, actually, Axe's Cull is on cooldown right now.
Oh, you missed a call?
Yeah, I didn't catch that. But this could be a time to fight.
Yeah.
If they find the courage.
15 coat of blood stacks for this axe. You look at his kill line. It's 7, 3, and 9.
Don't look now.
Really putting on another clinic. Again from the off lane, and Tusk has the extends performance-enhancing ice shards.
Oh, nice.
Nice and long. And a Night Whisper wants it. The Tusk will snowball after. Gets silenced, gets bugged. That's might have over a little bit. The G-Greaves cannot save you. And now it's a Minx. There's the wall. There's the Phoenix. Will they commit farther? King is ticking down here. Is
I don't think so.
getting pecked away. Now, the question is, did this Darkseer take the damage talent? He did take the damage talent for the Wall of Illusion replicas. That is why the Dragon Knight illusion was hitting like a truck in that one team fight. He is, those are mighty illusions. Mighty illusions.
It scales so well.
Yes. And now there's smoke play here behind the tower for King and NTG. They're looking for Dragonfire. They find them. There's the Yules, the Brambles, the Cursed Crown. The hook shot, not even the Force Staff can save them. Not the best Supernova, I would say. There's no getting out of that. And now the Gleipnir onto this Tusk. A Delta split to sort of mitigate this Lich Ult. And that is, against good coordinated play, that Lich Ult has looked so bad this game. It really is just not the finest part of his kit, let's say.
Had good potential. It needs to be linked up with the Phoenix ulti. That's when it's at its best.
Phoenix ulti.
Attack slow. It's just going to be really devastating. But they need to be able to link together, right? Lich doesn't have that mobility item. And the team fights have been kind of, you know, loosey-goosey.
Yep. And Vacuum as well could, you know, the Frost, Chain Frost could just bounce around so fast you don't have time to reposition. The movement slow from that is devastating. And now the Cole's Roche. Threat of Techies looking to catapult their lead even further. 7K, 26 kills to 18. All going Threat of Techies' way. You look at the graph and, you know, it was looking fairly even. Forgotto the Moscato countering some aggression from Threat of Techies twice in a row, getting that tier 1 mid, but has not been going their way ever since. Night Whisper taking up that Aegis of the Immortal once again. Now it's call's probably going to be mid, or perhaps the tier 1 top. Never picked that up.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Check this
Meanwhile,
out.
I think the PA's been farming, going for the
You can tell
Sange and
Dyer's middle
Yasha,
tower is in
and
trouble
now
from the way
looking
it's
for a
being destroyed as
nullifier.
I speak.
Going for some assassination build.
Yeah, that's single target Mega Deeps. Nullifier almost assuredly for the Yule Scepter on that Dark Willow.
Does that purge Shadow Realm?
I'm not sure if Shadow Realm can be purged.
Shadow Realm cannot be dispelled.
Yeah, that would be a little silly. But this Lich will go down in service of the Tormentor. The Darkseer ends up getting the Shard. The supports have the Shard. Tusk does. Lich gets jilted, dies for nothing. Well, I mean, not for nothing, but probably would have liked to have the Ice Spire. You know, you can't win them all. Now, Threat of Techies threatening mid-tier 2. Have the creeps. Ice Shards come out. They'll scoop around the side. NTG unfazed by it. Although that's slow from the Ice Shards. That's not nothing. Is that a component of the item shard? It is. There's a 50% move slow. Wow. And damage per second. 85 damage per second with the
That's solid.
yeah.
Look at it go.
That's it for Radiant's middle tower. We'll never
not
forget
something
you,
you can sneeze
Radiant's
at.
middle tower.
Call now
Yeah,
going
that's for
top. They do not have the
This Dark
creeps.
is fast.
They do have an axe. Yeah, look at these offlaners. BKB up with the blink and the blade mail. Oh, and the solar crest from this clockwork. Huge, very mature pickup.
Solar's not bad. Solar's pretty solid.
Radiant does not
Yeah,
like Dyer's
that item's
bottom
been
tower.
on a
It
real
shows.
journey.
Looks like
You know,
Radiant's
used to
top tower
be
is getting torn down.
pretty OP.
Radiant's top tower
Same with
just got
Pavis.
demolished.
Then has kind of shifted around a bit. Medallion of Courage no longer in this game. Now Solar Crest is kind of like the go-to support item. Gives that attack speed steroid, gives that extra physical barrier. Just a solid pickup.
Indeed. This axe looking for the Eternal Shroud too. Saying
Dyer
that's a
doesn't
ton of
haul
magic
ass and
damage.
help out that bottom
PA
tower. There's
doesn't
not
want to
going
be
to be a
near
tower
me.
left.
I don't see a satanic yet.
And that is
PA
in
off the BKB actually.
yeah, it's incremental magic damage too, which is the important part with Eternal Shroud. You got the Ion Shell, you've got all of Phoenix's stuff, you've got the Ice Shards damage over time. That's going to get your Eternal Shroud ramping up faster with those smaller little ticks of magic damage.
Yep.
So, very smart itemization there from Undungeon on this axe.
I am not a betting man, unless it's basketball.
Yeah,
Football,
with the
horse
BKB
racing,
already.
Rugby, cricket, or curling. But if I was,
Talk after
I'd
that
bet
D1,
on Radiant's
sure.
top tower.
Yep.
Comes
I
from a
like
fan
to
of
see
Radiant's
Stevens.
top tower. I'd
Stevens
bet
is
my
always
ass
good against
now.
PA.
Yeah, you know, it reduces her healing because eventually, you know, you're going to get
Radiant's
satanic
top tower
and
has bit the
you know,
big
get
biscuit.
life. Didn't you used to get lifesteal from Blur or Phantom Strike or something?
You used to get it from Phantom Strike and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was I would call it a little silly. Because why would that
It
hero
was
need that?
fun. It was very strong for farming. You could sustain pre-battle fury, which was really good. And some games you didn't even need it.
Yeah, I remember Deso rushing PAs, just being able to do their thing. It's
There was
not.
an Echo Saber build. That was nuts.
Also very strong, also very good. No T2s remain for free Forgotto the Moscato. They're hemmed up in their base, except for, of course, the PA, who is, well, was farming the enemy Ancients. We'll run into Night Whisper here.
Whoa.
Throwing out a friendly dagger. Is actually out leveling this Weaver, who is top net worth. Although it is quite close. The safe laners and the off laners up there at the top. This is not the mid laner jamboree like last game. And this Phoenix in particular is suffering mightily. Does not have the kind of comeback mechanic that Dragonite does. Cannot farm, cannot fight like he does. It is far harder for Dragonfire than it is for NTG.
Dyer is kicking sweet
Well,
hell
let's
out of
just
Radiant's
thinking about the
bottom tower.
roles, right? The Phoenix player was the offlane player last game.
That's true too.
So maybe this is just we want to prioritize farm on a specific player, which is, I mean, a means is
Oh,
super
bottom
fun.
here. They find Axe. They're going to snowball in on him. The Shards and the Slow. Do they really want to go in on Jin? They had Tusk and they had PA. But now Tusk will get found. Sauce, Curse Crown, the Brambles. It's the combo. And they chop. Not quite. It will be a Bedlam kill for King. They find this Tusk. He doesn't have buyback. And creeps are advancing here at bot. And it will not be long until they're here. Still have that Aegis. Oh, actually, sorry. Scratch that. The Aegis has expired on Night Whisper. And Techies is making the go order for mid. Frost Shield going to mitigate a lot of that damage. Even outright stopping just like a ton of it. NTG was pounding into this tower before that Frost Shield came up. And it's, yeah, we see now as these balls of fire coming out from NTG. Doing the damage they should.
Frost Shield is just so good. I will sing that ability's praises.
Yeah, I remember when it was not like that. When it didn't affect towers. When it was just like, kind of like a lackluster version of the Blue Ogre's neutral ability.
Oh, it was good. It was still so good.
Dire is
Back in the day, I mean, I don't know. I felt like Lich was a very easy hero, but like, I don't know. Maybe
Liquid
not.
won a TI off that ability.
Who did?
That ability, Team Liquid. Have you heard of him?
Yes, I've heard of Team Liquid. Thank you, TI7.
Yeah.
Oh, that was post change. You know, that was like the big, like pulsing Frost Nova where it was doing percent damage reduction. I believe so. That was not the old just straight armor reduction.
We'll fact check that later.
Yeah, the Night Whisper. Oh, jukes backwards with time lapse and a huge. Everything is happening. The hook shot in. The Lich ult bouncing around. Here comes the Supernova. Out. Emphatic will die. There's 4 fucking heroes in this Cox. And 2 of them falling quite low. TP's out to save. But no, Epi once more. The normal punch coming out from the Darkseer. They're really laying into NTG. He will TP out. The only casualty of all of that is going to be the Clockwork, who heroically hookshot it into 4. But, oh wait, actually, hold that thought. Some fancy blink plays coming out here from King and Sauce. In pursuit now. A tale of 2 blinks. King now Fling. Setting up some vision. Oh, but it knows that they're in pursuit. Oh, she'll blink in, actually. Whoa. Puts on the Curse Crown. Oh, my goodness. A Minx is online now. Has that normal punch. Has the Aghanim Scepter and the Shard. Yeah, we'll ping all this out. I didn't know that you could ping that. From Darkseer. Oh, but here comes the counterplay. Emphatic hook shots in. Finds Epi. Will go down. A Minx gets chopped. 2 quick responses from the dead Dark Willow. And finds Dragonfire now, too. Another chop comes out from Undone Jin. The monster kill comes out. 22 coat of blood stacks. That's 11 armor. Hachimachi. 3 on the deck now for We Forgotto the Moscato. As now threat of Techies rampaging down bottom.
Thanks.
Ooh. Thinking about pushing high ground again. Throwing out the Moxie voice lines. I really like and respect Moxie as a caster. I know that's kind of a hot take. I know we're not on Reddit. But, you know, I've always enjoyed her casting. I think she gets a lot of guff that she doesn't really deserve. And, oh wow, really solid ice shards here from Tusk. Trapping in NTG. And yeah, they have to go through backdoor protection. They do not have creeps quite yet, and there it comes. And there's Frost Shield. Snowplow's favorite ability, Frost Shield, saving that tower. Probably saving that tower, honestly, with the total damage reduction from that DK.
Yep. And that's without the talent.
Oh, yeah?
There's a plus 10% talent, which is essentially another level in it.
Sure. And then, of course, the 25 talent, which provides the HP regen, which works on buildings.
Yep.
Super
That's
sick
when
stuff.
You tend to, like, really strap in, lock down. We're going to 70 minutes.
Yeah, NTG waiting around Roshan's pit, doesn't know that he won't be respawning for another minute and 10 seconds. They will leave sad and dejected. They will TP top. I don't think, yeah, it's gonna be a smoke out now from We Forgotto the Moscato. They think that they're doing Roche, but they don't know that there is no Roche to do. Oh, but the counter smoke, they're coming back through the twin gate. It's a big ice, oh my god, there comes the, oh, the big vacuum. The Litchel, it's bouncing. Here goes the Supernova, and TG forced to BKB. Weaver hitting the ground too. Night Whisper, I feel like their first death all game. The punch from the Darkseer. This is We Forgotto the Moscato's time. Despite that excellent initiation, the counter smoke play from Threat of Techies, the Sunray comes out, keeping people healthy, and it's going to be a full 5-man wipe onto Threat of Techies. We Forgotto the Moscato gets a pulse, gets the team fight win, and still has about 15 seconds till Roshan, but man, what it's finally happened. The team fight has clicked for this Radiant team. Snoe, that's a 6,000 gold swing.
Absolutely massive. Wow, the two things crashed into each other, smoked. The Orchid into Chainstone on the Phoenix, but the Greaves keeping the Phoenix alive just long enough to use the ulti, which completely turned that around. And then from there, like, that was Weaver's first death. That was Weaver's first death. I was about to comment that Weaver had died all game.
Yeah, Whisper playing a very clean carry role. We saw that in the first game, commuting to the second game, but that is a crucial death here. Weaver will be back in 5. But this Phantom Assassin, off of all that gold and all that experience, has the Basher, has SNY, has BKB, and now has an Aegis to complement all that. Second in net worth now, above the Weaver, above the Axe. And now it's, yeah, now they're going to look to make something out of this Aegis of the Immortal.
Yep. Going for the Basher before the Nullifier, I like that a lot. You can just randomly get a Bash and then, oops, the hero's dead.
Yeah.
With Methodical. Because you're going to guarantee a crit if you blink in after you get a Dagger Bash.
Yeah, and those Dagger Bashes are going to be the go order. It's so free. You know, I've been on the receiving end of so many of those in my pubs, and it always feels awful. You know.
Are you going to Dagger Bash this year?
I actually got chosen to DJ Dagger Bash.
No way.
Yeah, I'll be going to Kingston. I'll be going to the dance hall, and it'll be good. I'm going to buy a trash bag full of weed, and it's going to be a good time.
The dream... I completely lost focus.
Yeah.
Back in.
The very prospect of a trash bag full of cannabis.
At Dagger Bash.
At Dagger Bash. Now Samada cleaning up these stacks. This is why you don't stack, kids. If you're a support and your carriers are like, GG, no stacks, support noob, this is why you don't do it. Because the moment things go bad, you're just giving the enemy team gold. Moral of the story, if your cores want stacks, have them stack it themselves. I don't know.
So inefficient.
I mean, I don't care. Now a 5-man smoke from We Forgotto the Moscato. Fan of Knives also out for this Phantom Assassin. They already do that percent damage, and that is non-negligible. You know, you want to disable the spins, you want to disable Dragon's Blood. Like, the percent damage is going to be sick nasty against all of these heroes. Thick ones on Threat of Techie's side. Great pickup from this PA.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Phantom Assassin, just call her Mortrid, Doc. Just don't skip the acronyms.
Yeah, this PA is massive now. This can solo pick just about anyone. 100 to nothing anyone, but probably the Axe. Even DK isn't safe.
Yeah. The you know, we're seeing 4-digit crits on these neutrals. You know, they don't have the highest armor. You look at Axe, spouting a cool and easy 36 armor with 1-man army active. DK, you know, similarly with about 38, or sorry, 38 armor, 28 armor. There might be an engagement here mid. There's going to be a... Oh, yeah, they will find Samada, but she has Aegis that jump in onto this Phoenix, and it's a 5-man wall! Here comes the Litchel, bouncing around. It's chaos, it's mayhem. There's no Supernova, but this PA, she's here, and she's pissed. They see NTG, there's the Bash. They don't have vision anymore, but the Fan of Knives will clean it up. A Terrorize to try to disengage. 3 on the deck for Threat of Techies. They had to go through an Aegis for that one. A 4th goes down as Emphatic on the Clockwork hits the deck as well. A massive fight for We Forgotto the Moscato, and now has the gold lead. And look at that graph. Holy Moses on the mountain. It's all roses for We Forgotto the Moscato.
I want to see the Darkseer push.
Dire's
I want
middle
to see this
tower is
attack
taking
speed.
one hell of
Oh
a
yeah,
hit.
where'd you
Dire's
go,
middle
buddy?
tower is
Let's
stone
see.
dead.
Mingus, yeah, bam, bam.
Oh, he's punching with
Yeah.
the sheep.
Yeah, has the sheep stick. Probably gonna, hey, buy an arcane
You
blink,
can tell
coward.
Dire's middle tower
Who
is
needs
in trouble from the way it's being
a
destroyed
gem,
as I speak.
you know?
That was intense though. They got the PA once.
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top
And they were
tower,
able to
I'd put on a
snag
hard
the
hat.
Phoenix
That baby's
too,
coming
but
down.
that counter initiation, the 5-hero vacuum wall. Oy, oy, oy.
Dire's
With the
middle
chain
tower
frost
is
too. I mean,
taking
these are
one
the
hell
things
of a
that dreams are
beat.
made of. Wow.
Yeah, that's-
The a very ambitious Aghanim
Dire's
Scepter
middle
purchased by
barracks are taking
King
a beating out there.
on that Dark Willow,
Don't look
pecking
now,
at
but Radiant's
Samata.
bottom tower is getting
But
obliterated.
yeah, I mean,
Okay, fine. You
Samata
it's
can just
kinda fun.
farm back to full health with, you know, the life steal on her right clicks.
Look what's queued up for the Dark Willow.
Oh,
Now
MKB. Look at me.
now we're talking.
Now I'm the carry. I am the carry now. And this
Wow.
will be the last time that the Darkseer. Oh, never mind. They find the Dragon Knight. A big hook shot in. Finds two. A bad blink in from Undone Jin. A rare misplay. And now Emphatic will pay the price for that. It's a bug cleanup time. They'll find Sauce, though, on this Tusk for the counter kill. Two supports hit the deck. Wall is out. And Night Whisper's got to be careful. Don't touch that wall, man. Even with that Clockwork Illusion, it was doing damage.
Yeah, that was intense. That was kind of like the light version of what we saw last team fight, right? The spells hit like 1 or 2 heroes rather than 5, and you can see the difference.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, that Undone Jin blunk just outside of Cogs to follow that up. That hook shot in and was not quite enough. Maybe could have did a little bit more. Oh, sorry, my voice broke there straight up. It's, only thing I do that is just to stifle it with a little drink.
Yeah, but the game really lies on the edge of the knife. 3k gold lead,
At 39 minutes, that's like nothing.
that's nothing. Like,
Yeah.
one team fight goes another way, and then MKB falls into a Dark Willow's pocket. The game changes again.
Yeah, I mean, the Dark Willow does have to worry about exploding into a pile of viscera.
It's true. Well, so did Hoodwink. Like, so does Hoodwink in Hoodwink's last patch. It's
Yeah.
the same kind of idea. Your 4 that turns into this late game, like, abominable snowman.
Yeah, I mean, no Hoodwink picks or bans from either of these teams in that in either of these games so far.
Here's
This
the
should
tough
make my
stuff.
life easier.
If Forgotto the Moscato had their way, they would take it to a game 3. I would have to do my Duolingo in the break because it's getting quite late here on the East Coast. Recently
You got any
broke
freezes,
2.
homie?
Sorry?
You got any freezes, homie?
Oh yeah, I got 3 now. I've surpassed a 200-day streak, so I could. I don't like to tank the streak freeze. I like to
Good
keep
boy.
things going. Oh wow, they a lot of hate here on the Darkseer illusion. Oh, but they will find Emphatic. Sauce will find him, and it's a flying clockwork. Oh, but now PA is here, blinks in, has the BKB. Lich Ult flying around, trying to find a target. It's tough this time. The DK illusion doing damage. They're going to turn their eyes now to Undone Jin, who is all over this team fight as well. That is only going to be a dead clockwork, no buyback. But now they will pursue. The Spirit Vessel in on the DK. They do not have the creeps to push uphill.
Oh, this DK illusion, though. The
Oh.
Griffin.
Oh yeah, it does doing some pretty good work on that range racks. That's unhealable damage.
Yep. Lich is on the other team, level 17. Lich is on the other team, level 17. That sounds like Biggie.
Yeah, has that sort of Biggie Smalls flow.
I would not be surprised if our viewership dropped in half right after that.
Yeah, it'll only go down to 2. So
Fair.
you know, no no harm, no
Those,
foul. Call up some
thanks
of the
for the
boys in
faithful.
Discord to pump those numbers up.
Yeah.
Of
It's a
course,
good match, though.
Of course, Jeff's watching. You can always rely on Jeff. Smoke play now. DK's hunting. See Samada. Is this, pops out the Orchid. Will Shadow Blade in. Is this a Silver Edge? They're gonna make an honest attempt. Knows that they have the team behind them, but it's a vac wall. Onto 3. Got the Weaver in that too. A powerful illusion. The snowball in. The Phoenix dive. A blink taunt from Undone Jin, but there's a supernova to ward things away. A kick out by this Tusk. And it's Undone Jin getting stunned up. And there's Samada delivering justice at the edge of a knife. Blinks in onto the Weaver. Sucked back into the wall. Where's this Weaver illusion? Pounding away onto NTG. On the onto the Dragon Knight. It's 5 on the deck. No buyback from anybody on threat of Techies. A huge fight from Forgotto the Moscato. An 11k gold lead. The kill lead is now in their favor as well. You look at this graph. It's nothing but up and up and up for this Radiant team. And now they will push onto the Dire base.
Things are looking dire.
There's absolute boss mode from the PA
I said
there.
that. Their
Wow.
bottom tower is in trouble, though.
Juking out the initial gank enough to
Dire's middle
Darkseer to
barracks
come
are
in with the
taking a beating.
3-hero backwall combo.
Do you think that they knew? You know, they didn't have any vision in the area, but like that Dragon Knight, like I have to question that play calling because it is you're just all in your onesie, no vision over here on the Radiant side from the Dire. You're just sort of solo tailing this PA. You get the Orchid off so she can't blink away, but you gotta think that she's got some people trailing. I mean, you're just running at her bare ass and full vision. You know, eventually you do the Silver Edge so you can break her evasion, but I mean, I don't know. Now you're 2 racks down, 17k gold back. It's kind of a ruinous play call.
You know, the BKB was down for like a couple more seconds. If they change stun and kill the PA with the BKB down, that becomes the genius play. But a couple meters off, couple seconds off. So it makes this a difficult and enriching game. And just like that, couple racks down, the PA with another full item, Nullifier online with another 5.7k to back it up.
Yeah, and
What's this Phoenix building? Shiva's online from that hero.
Yep, has the Shivas. I love this incremental build up from this Phoenix, by the way. Started off with like Veil, Urn, just constantly building. Really easy build-ups for both of those items. Both of those items huge coveted pickups for a Phoenix.
Sure.
Now they're thinking about Roshan. Will be coming through the gate in 5 short seconds. But now the Dire is thinking the same thing. They're heading down to the Twin Gate. Might try to intercept it. No, Roshan is on the move. Will they remember? Yeah, Roshan is heading through.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, goes through. Will they
Sending
follow?
a flare before.
Yeah, a smart and prudent move from the Clockwork. Will scout out the Lich. Will observe the PA doing it. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the 5-man Twin Gate, but it's into a disaster piece. The vacuum, the ice shards, the Lich ult, the wall. Oh, my God. They're going one by one. PA was waiting the whole time. This is brutal to see. The Phoenix does go down, though. Didn't have the supernova. Didn't get it off, at least. This is a beyond godlike PA. Hook shots in. Does get the stun in. Now Samada feeling it, but there's the punch in from the Darkseer. It's a buyback call from the Weaver, but oh my God, the Aghanims! A taunt from the Lich, and now it's a rampage for Samada. It's going to be a dieback from the Weaver. It's an abject disaster. You had to have known that they were waiting.
Wow.
Oh my
But the call came out, the fight came out. It was kind of segmented. It's scary. That's a scary way to take that fight. And like, you can't ask for a more kind of on the platter setup.
Yeah, I mean, like, you didn't even have to take the Twin Gate. You could have even taken the safer sort of outpost TP that was on the Dire side for the Dire team. I just, oh man, if you're a Lich player, if you're a Darkseer player, even if you're a Phoenix player, you're licking your chops at those kinds of situations, and yeah, it's like a dream come true. Just the damage, the positioning, the clumpiness, like. You know, I got one of those when I was playing Warlock not too long ago, and it felt amazing. I can't only imagine what comms are like, again, for Forgotto the Moscato. And the call is tier 4s. They do have that glyph. We'll get terrorized. You know, this Samada on this PA. It's a tale of two games. Did not impress me on that Luna, but now is the whole damn show on this PA. Finds the DK, another genius blink back wall from this Darkseer to slam the door shut. 4 dead, and that is GG. From threat of Techies, Snoe, we're going to a game 3.
We're going to game 3. They said, nah, we got a series here. We're not going out one and done like that. Oh, an incredible performance from Samada.
Yeah.
I mean, even a Rampage. That Darkseer play was inspiring. We now know why it was banned out in game 1.
I mean, it's just like rake step after rake step from Threat of Techies in the back half of that game. First, it was the Dragon Knight solo chase. Then it was the 5-man staggered Twin Gate TP into the everything wombo combo. Just, oh, man. They're going to have to sort of mentally recover from that, clear comms, get up, get a drink, recalibrate for this next game. But I'll tell you what, folks. We'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. We got a barn burner game 3 for you up next. Don't go away. We'll be right back. It's Dr. Heckle. It's Snoe Plaus. MD2L Season 17 playoffs on this beautiful Wednesday night. We're talking playoffs. We'll be right back. Folks,
seconds.
it's game
4,
3.
3.
It's Dr. Heckle. It's Snoe Plaus. We forgot the Moscato. Threat of Techies. MD2L. Season 17. Playoffs. Upper bracket. It's game 3. We made it to game 3. Snow, what a pair of games.
An absolute great pair of games we're seeing here. Back and forth, showing fight with these two teams. They want this.
That first game, academic almost. That second game, a drag-out brawl between these two teams. A huge comeback story for We Forgot the Moscato. And now it's going to be game 3. We got a draft for us here, and surprisingly enough, Wind Ranger unbanned first pick by Forgotto the Moscato.
Wow. They just let it through. They have to have a plan because they banned it. Like it was banned at the first 2 times. The hero's obviously strong.
Right. And there's going to be a Centaur as a response from Threat of Techies. This is a hero that fell through till the last stage of bans last time. That Phoenix was mid in game 2. I need to reiterate. It was a mid Phoenix.
That's for sure.
Yeah, got banned this time. No Phoenix, no Jakiro, no Dark Willow.
Radiant gets
that
banned.
Phoenix was a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, those team fights, the Darks are even more so. And that's just on the table still. Ember Spirit banned out, Razor banned out. That was a potent Razor in game 1, so I don't fault them for that. NTG on that Ember Spirit in game 1 as well, a huge
10
problem.
seconds.
So good bans there from Forgotto the Moscato. This is game 3. It is upper
5
bracket
seconds.
play.
4,
No one's getting eliminated here, but again, there's a big difference from top 6, which is where you land in an 8-person, top 12? Yeah, top 12 if you start upper bracket, going to top 6. Of course, pride-wise. I am unsure what the prize pool is for this, and yeah, just as soon as I mention it, Darkseer does get banned out from Threat of Techies in that last round 2 of bans, and it will be a Lich steal for them this time around.
Yeah, a great lane pairing with Centaur. We saw the utility of Lich.
We're
Even
10
if
seconds out. Plenty of time to
the
tell an
teamfight
announcer
wasn't
you love
working
them
out
if
so much
that's what's
early
in your
on,
heart.
just
5 seconds.
Lich will get there, right? If the game goes on long enough, you'll get a couple more chances, and Lich is also good at extending the game, as we also saw through my favorite ability, Frost Shield.
Yeah, and I mean, like, with Frost Shield and Centaur Warrunner, you shouldn't die in lane if you're the Centaur.
Radiant's up.
True.
And if you've been looking at Dota Buff, if you've been looking at maybe the Nix website for facets, you will know that Abaddon is that boy right now. And an Abyssal Underlord right behind him. Okay.
Say hello. Wow, we got chunky frontliners. The Dispel is obviously great on Abaddon. The shield is very strong. Mephetic Shield is all the rage right now, right?
Yeah, it
10
is.
seconds left.
It
Wow.
deals, I think, too much damage. From the one game I played as Abaddon,
5
since,
seconds.
like, the Obama administration, like, unbelievable damage comes out from Mephetic Shield. Is it, like, pre-reduction pure damage or something? Like, it hurts bad.
Yeah. It hurts a lot. And of course, providing some of the vision, the disruption in team fights. You still don't want to get the Curse of Avernus on you.
Of course. Doesn't silence anymore, but still, you don't want to get cursed. And it applies after the first hit, right?
Yes. They remade that ability.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Underlord was the bane of all right-clickers, right?
Right. Of which have yet to be seen by Threat of Techies. The Wind Ranger is on Forgotto the Moscato's side. So,
Right.
Eventually they're going to get a right-clicking carry. That is not to discount a carry like a Leshrac or another magic damage centric carry, but burp a little bit.
Dire's choice. Let's get
All
You
right.
did a good job of getting that off.
We're going to see Weaver again. Night Whisper Weaver, perhaps? Or could it be a support Weaver? We were talking about that in that Game 2 draft, the transparency of Threat of Techies draft. Maybe not so transparent, maybe a bit more opaque this time around. It could
10
be
seconds.
a King or an Emphatic Weaver. We do not know for sure.
It was
5 seconds.
It was a strong Weaver from last game. I don't know if that was the problem. I would confidently run that back. That was a strong showing.
Night Whisper, a great carry, has put on a couple of great performances in these first 2 games. Looked very competent on the Weaver in that previous game, but I think just maybe on the Ursa Bear in Game 3.
Yeah, Ursa doesn't care about Underlord. Not bad against Wind Ranger. Not the
10 seconds,
not too
just long enough to
build
regret every choice you've made
MKB,
if you hurry.
but
Yeah, might need an
5
MKB for that
seconds.
hero.
survive. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we might. It could still be something like a mid-weaver.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. There's some ambiguity to this last pick for Threat of Techies.
Probably support though. It's hard to tell.
It is very hard to tell. And Centaur's definitely off lane. Ursa's definitely the carry.
Yes. We're not dipping that deep in the sauce yet.
Yeah, not quite.
I can't believe they banned At the Dark.
Yeah. I mean, after that, the Wombo combos coming in at the end of that second game, do you really blame them? Like, that was sick. That was an absolute clinic by Geist,
Radiant's up, banning
the Monkey
time.
King from the first game.
Dusk.
They're going to run Tusk back for their 4th pick. Only forgot the Moscato. Okay. Could be a Sauce Tusk. Probably a Sauce Tusk.
Probably. The kickback's really good. I mean, we saw once the Oghanims came online, you got a couple free picks.
Oh, yeah.
It can change the course of the game.
10 seconds.
Hard to high ground against.
Almost definitely a Samato Wind
5
Ranger,
seconds.
right? Underlord almost assuredly off lane. Is this a support Abaddon?
I think so. Yeah, that's not bad.
Mid Abaddon, that would probably go up against either a Weaver or an unknown final pick here from Threat of Techies, so either of those is a little temperamental.
Excited. It's kind of open.
All right, Dyer gets to ban.
They're thinking they're looking for mid heroes, though. The Puck will get banned. Untouched. First 2 games, no picks, no bans.
That'd be good this game.
Yeah. I mean, imagine going through the gate, you get Puck Dream Coiled, you end up on the other side of the gate,
seconds.
you're instantly stunned.
Dyer gets to
Yep.
ban.
Devastating. Monkey King banned
And
out by Threat of Techies.
Razor banned out earlier in the draft.
Radiant
What's
gets to
left?
ban.
Brood Mother. Final ban. You know what? As a captain of a team back in 2015 that would do surprise last pick broods, I have to respect that brood ban as the final ban. Nobody wants to lose. I mean, it's not as awful as it was back a decade
10
ago.
seconds left.
But
Well,
getting last pick
8
brood
now.
sucks. It feels like
Yeah.
awful.
5 seconds.
That's a draft win hero for sure. This is not a bad Morphling game. Not
Sure.
a ton of burst.
Not a lot of great lockdown from Threat of Techies, looking at this lineup.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got
You
Lich
get
Taunt,
Taunt,
Centaur Stomp. Yeah, maybe some slows from
Radiant's
Ursa.
third pick.
Maybe it's Sakuchi slow. An Invoker ban for their last one from Forgotto the Moscato. Seeing a lot of like pocket bans coming out for this game 3. The opener bans, like, before we flipped it over to the stream, were Snoe and I were calling them out one by one. Now, if you listen to the
10
ticket,
seconds. Just
if you
long
listen
enough
to
to
the
regret
ticket, you get the
every
real,
choice you've
you get the
made if
real
you were-
After Dark Heckle Studios
Starting in
cast.
5 seconds.
But,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Enchantress, Rubik, Lena, Sand King, Amen, kind of stuff. But, as the draft goes on, you're seeing some of these heroes that were largely ignored in those first 2 games.
But this Wind Ranger
Dyer's
is slipping
turn to
through
pick.
the cracks. Very
Yeah, a huge gambit from We Forgot the Moscato. And we'll round things out with a Visage. Is that a mid-Visage?
It could be. Visage is solid now with the new money talent.
Oh, yeah. Getting kills with Soul Assumption. Does that work on creeps?
10 seconds.
Or Facet. No. Just
Okay.
securing heroes. But, I mean, Soul Assumption.
5 seconds. 4.
35
you
gold
got
is 35 gold. There's a lot of t-shirts at the boardwalk when I was there this summer that said, I'm not a Visage, but 35 gold is 35 gold. And we're going to see a Necrophos as the final pick for Threat of Techies. NTG snapping that right up. Emphatic on that Lich. Epi on the Abaddon. Sauce on the Tusk. Dragonfire on the Underlord, Samad on the Wind Ranger, as we thought, and it is going to be a Minx on that Visage. It will be a mid-Visage. Night Whisper, Ursa. Like we thought, this will not be positioned for Ursa.
Will it be Phosphor Centaur? Who knows?
I'm not a gambling man. Or I have not been a gambling man in a minute. It will be a King Weaver, and we will see the Undone Jin Centaur War Runner. Snow, it's game 3. Who do you like here?
10 seconds.
I don't mind Threat of Techies draft a little bit. It's kind of CC light.
They are CC
but
light.
I think the Necrophos has a decent runway this game.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they can just sustain in fights. They don't really have that burst outside of Visage. Can just pop Ghost Shroud to negate a lot of Wind Ranger's damage. Does take that Whirlwind Facet. We've been seeing that a lot in pro games. Kind of is the sort of super du jour on that hero. They've been buffing it patch after patch.
Yep, it's reached a tipping point, a universal hero with something like that. And you kind of use it like just for single pickoffs too.
Yeah.
You isolate heroes, Whirlwind, kill them down, go to the next isolated hero. And it's like you have 2 focus fires in a fight. Sometimes 3, if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is just good. Taking all this bonus time to discuss strategies. Again, this is the decisive game 3. The winner will go on to the second round of the upper bracket. Will secure a top 6 placement in this playoff bracket. The loser will go down to the lower bracket and will struggle for their position in the top 8. We don't have to worry about that. We're going to flip over to the main game screen. It's game 3 of We Forgotto the Moscato versus Threat of Techies. The camera's off. I can finally go freshen up.
I'll be back in a moment.
What's up? I think Snoe
I'll
Plaus.
be back in a moment.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. So we do have these 2 teams, formidable opponents, both showing that they can show life in either of these games. It is game 3. Winner, like I said, will go on. They're moving as a group. Looks like top lane will be the area of contention. I like this from Sauce. Has that Enchanted Mango in the quick buy slot. It's the permanent stickied quick buy item rather than a TP scroll. Have Epi with the Mephetic Shield Abaddon with the Kabuki mask. Love that. Oh, it's more like a Lich King mask. And they will find each other. This will be an engagement. King is hanging out here on the Weaver. The chat lines are coming out. Danger.
Are we still playing?
Danger, danger. Night Whisper will be forced to flee this high ground.
Well, I just woke
They
up.
will
Leave me alone.
All right, everybody,
migrate
30
bottom.
seconds.
They will see these top 2
You got this.
sentry or top 2
Seriously,
bounty
I
runes.
just took
So
a look
sorry.
at the other guys, and whew,
They drop
if
the
you do
ward
not
mid
have this,
to
I
secure
don't know how you'll be able to show
secure
your face
subvision. Make sure
anywhere
that they will not be
ever
aggressed
again.
upon, but
You are
Dragonfire
fighting
making
human
the
garbage.
call, leading the charge. They are going to try to contest these lower runes, probably the river rune. It's a little late in the sauce for this to contest the deep rune. Pings are
It all
coming
comes
out.
down to you
They're bringing 3
and
heroes.
your teammates
Emphatic. If
that
you
can
try
take
this,
it.
yeah, you are going backwards. The ice shards just off the mark.
all you.
They will secure 3 bounty runes, but not the first blood.
I've returned.
Folks will retreat to lanes. It's 3 bounty runes, like I was saying, for Threat of Techies. Only 1 for Forgotto the Moscato. Emphatic, just barely missing out his opportunity to become a first blood victim. Now the lanes.
Oh, there's some action.
A little bit of action. There's an Ice Shards just off the mark from Sauce. But we got Epi and Samada down here on the Abaddon and Wind Ranger, respectively, against King's Weaver and Undone Jin's Centaur Warrunner. Meanwhile, mid, we've got NTG on the Necrophos up against Dragonfire, who's back mid. No Phoenix this time. It's the Underlord mid. Taking these offlane heroes, throwing them mid. A man after my own heart. Love it, love it, love it. Meanwhile, up top here we have a Minxed on Visage with Sauce back on the Tusk. Emphatic.
This is so funny to me. They're just like, whatever. I don't like the lane matchup. Give me top.
It is very good. Well, unless that was the call the first game. And really,
Yeah,
we're just
maybe.
playing catch up.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that kind of flexibility in the team is so cool.
Yeah, it's really an asset because, I mean, you faked out the casters twice in a row, and making us look like assholes is a victory in and of itself, so. Night Whisper getting caught by these ice shards. Not a lot going to come of that. This Wind Ranger is taking a lot of damage, has the Mephetic shield on them. You know, this King can come in and poke with the Sakuchi. Has it. They're forced to last hit under their own tower down here. Meanwhile, Necrophos falling dangerously low. As that Heartstopper aura.
Cracks my dick in half, dude. Do you see that guy down there?
What's up?
This Abaddon mask cracks me up.
That's not what you said the first time, but yeah, I was commenting on that during the first Blood engagement. I do love the Lich King Kabuki mask. It's very goofy, very funny.
Yep.
I like it a lot. It's mana out of mana. Forced to power shot from the back lines and try to find the CS where they can. It's tough.
It's tough, but what, 8-2? Not
9-2.
Not the end of the world. Yeah, hanging in there.
Yeah, both these mids, both these safe laners kind of keeping pace with each other. Small gold lead going to the way of threat of Techies, and some tag team damage onto Emphatic. Caught a little out in their onesie here. Going to take a ton of damage here, falling very low. Big brother Night Whisper here on the Ursa. Now, here's a funny linguistic little aside. We have a Lusophone. A native Brazilian. Oh, hold that thought. This will have to wait for after this engagement because Night Whisper is getting aggressed upon. There's the Frost Shield. Will it be enough to save Night Whisper? Perhaps. Because now Minxed is forced back. A Soul Assumption coming out will do a ton of damage to Emphatic, but both of those heroes will walk away from this one. That cannot be said about the supports in bottom lane.
The Visage died too.
What's up?
The Visage also died.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's actually kind of a disaster for Forgotto the Moscato, as the Abaddon will go down bottom simultaneously. The Weaver will pick up that kill. So like I was saying, we play with a guy from Brazil. You know, native language is Portuguese. Whenever we play against an Ursa, always genders Ursa as a female. Now, if you've taken a romantic language, you'll know that, oh my god, top lane. Night Whisper going down on this Ursa, pecked down by this Visage. Of course, has the death toll facet. We'll get that extra coin. Flip over to net worth, and yeah, fourth on the net worth. Really paying off in spades early on here. But, it's funny because he thinks Ursa's a girl. That's the point of the story. It's done. It's over. I'm done talking about it. I've missed 2 kills because of it. It's alright. It's funny.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see mid. The Thunderlord is just hanging in there, pushing out waves.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is pretty simple. As an Underlord enjoyer myself, this is kind of what you do. You hit Q, you click on the enemy creep wave, they all die, and you miss a bunch of last hits under your own tower, I guess, is what Dragonfire has decided to do as their Underlord play. And yeah, it's another engagement here. King is actually coming in through the Twin Gate to assist with this, and yeah, it's Night Whisper dropping low. We'll get pecked down by this Visage, and we'll get Ice Blasted down. Emphatic. Now the sights get turned onto this Visage. They go down as well. A successful booty gank from King on this Weaver. 2 dead. All at the cost of their safe lane carry, Night Whisper. A 400 gold swing.
No, Undone Jin is just sitting in bottom lane, tanking whatever the enemies have to throw at it. Maxing Retaliate here with the double brace for horsepower. You're a really strong hero right now.
Yeah, and this is not typical, I would say. You know, the max Retaliate in most situations has kind of fallen out of favor writ large for Centaur Warrunners, from what I've seen at least. So to see this come back is kind of a blast from the past.
Yeah, it's a farm build. It's like a lane cutty farm build. It's really good against Wind Ranger in particular. Like, if Wind Ranger whirlwinds, she can't control where her damage is going.
Mid at last. I missed that one too, folks. NTG takes out this Underlord. Mid diff, what can you do? Heals back to full because of Sadist. Denies an invisibility room, says, I don't need that shit, get that out of my face. Meanwhile, top again with Frost Shield. Engagement diffused.
King's coming back, too.
Yeah,
Radiant's
Weaver
middle
has
tower
been
is
out of the
hanging on by
action
a
for
brick.
too long. Says, I need it. I need blood. Blood, blood, blood. Pounding the table.
Radiant's middle
It's like that
tower is
scene
about to be
from
a pile of
Delicious in
smoking
Dungeon
rocks.
with Senshi demanding for bread from the orcs. Any weebs in chat? Any Delicious in Dungeon enjoyers? If not, you should be. It's on Netflix. It's a great show. Meanwhile, up top, King gets punished for this rotation. Now their eyes turn to Emphatic, but there's the mid gank from downtown. Visage picks up the Lich, and Dragonfire says, "All right, mischief managed. I'm heading back to mid." But there will be NTG waiting for him, pecking down that tower with so much force from this Necrophos, and bullying Dragonfire under tower. It's a tough matchup. It's a tough matchup, and you see that in CS. 43 last hits to 29. That is not where you would like your mid to be, but yeah, you get the flexibility from that Fiend's Gate. Underlord TPing around, assisting in kills. Can kind of just passively push out lanes with Firestorm.
Yeah, and they're trying to make plays before Visage hits 6. Game really changes when that happens.
Yeah.
Centaur has hit 6 too? Okay, here come the birds.
Yep, and the moment they hit 6, Night Whisper is only 4, I need to stress. And the Ice Shards come out, and the NTG TP's top on that Necrophos. It is, he's hungry for it, but will he get it? I don't think so. This is a fast Tusk, and that Night
Dyer's middle
Pulse, it's
tower
not
is
it's
taking
Death
one
Pulse.
hell of a beating.
Following Tusk around. Meanwhile, behind the tower down here, Bot King is getting some bugs on Epi and Samata.
Hope Dyer's middle tower is insured.
3 heroes
Thing
bot
is
for the
standing on
Dire.
its last brick.
No masterminds here. Not this game. It looks like Centaur opting for a 1-2-2-1 build. Maybe saying 2 points and retaliate is enough.
Yep. Has that Stampede, the kind
tower is
of
taking
global
one hell
get
of a
out of
beating.
jail free button for bad engagement. Because that's how I play Centaur.
It's great. It's great with the Spectre. I played the Centaur Spectre earlier. It was
Oh,
so
yeah.
easy.
We love global comps. And they find Wind Ranger out in her onesie, throws out the stun, bugs off the mark. Stampede committed. There's a Mephetic shield there. And is this Whirlwind time? Oh, but a great snowball from Sauce on the Tusk with the Ice Shards, trapping an Undone Jin. Perhaps they bit off a bit more than they could chew. The Ice Blast is not enough from Lich. Great Ice Shards there from Sauce. Cannot stress that enough. Kept them under tower. Emphatic, though, will finish Sauce off with a second Ice Blast. They don't know about second Ice Blasts here,
Looks like
Pippin.
Dyer's top tower is in some trouble.
Well,
And a whole lot of attention pulled away from the Ursa. This is not as easy of a game as we saw in previous games for Night Whisper. Kind of having to come back from a little bit of pressure.
I think Night Whisper has already died more in this game than they have in like the previous 2 games. Not combined,
Dyer's top tower
but
is really taking a beating.
very elusive on that position 1. Very mature carry player having a very tough start.
That's what you want. I mean, that's what made Fear a legend, right? That and some pictures that we're not going to talk about.
Yeah. Listen,
You can tell Dyer's middle tower is in trouble.
it's like you know that picture of Ronaldo in the bathtub?
No.
Sorry, it's a hot tub. It's a hot tub. It sounds a lot better if you phrase it like that. Wind Ranger going down. Abaddon going down, and it looks like they're going to find the Tusk here, too. It will be a Reaper Scythe kill on top of that. That's permanent stat increases for NTG on this Necrophos. That's 3 dead for nothing for Forgotto the Moscato.
We call that the Ronaldo in the bathtub move.
Absolutely. Shoutouts to Brazil. Shoutouts to Ronaldo. Wait. I was thinking of Pele. That's my bad. I mixed up my footballers. It's
Oh,
not
no.
Cristiano. I'd like to personally apologize to Cristiano Ronaldo. 1, for that shitty statue that I had nothing to do with it. 2, for insinuating that there were pictures of him in a bathtub or a hot tub.
Really taking a beating.
That was certainly not my intention. I don't want MD2L to get pinched for any sort of slanderous accusations on my
You can tell
part.
Dyer's middle tower is in trouble from the way it's being destroyed.
And yeah, that's a bad engagement for Forgotto the Moscato. They'll lose their tier 1 tower as well. It is a 3k gold lead, 9-5 kill lead for Threat of Techies in this game 3. And if Forgotto the Moscato live on to see another day in the upper bracket. They gotta tighten up.
Indeed. Yeah, this Necrophos is going for just a mature tanky build, going for Eternal Shroud before anything kind of saucy like a
Radiant's middle
Radiant Rush.
tower is hanging
Yeah.
on
You
by
can see
a
the
thread.
Radiance after.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you see Radiance, Shiva's also probably a pretty good build, and all that thought. There comes King. Taunt in from Emphatic, but Sauce is ready for it. Oh, but a big ult from Emphatic on the Lich goes to Creeps. Unfortunate. Looks like my Lich ults in my pubs. Super, super sad. Big disengagement. Nobody's going down quite yet. Frost Shield will eat most of that Soul Assumption damage from the Visage. And our carry players, they're just kind of sitting back in top lane, taunting each other, hitting each other, farming away, trying to get back into this game. Both of them the least farm cores on the team. We mentioned that a couple of drafts ago, how suffering it is to be a position 1 player. What the f... Uh-oh. Are we back? Plaus, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. My computer started to do some strange things. But we're back now. I was broadcasting some strange stuff. But we are back.
I was listening to you were talking about some, I think, the plight of the safe laner.
Of course.
Once again, King creeping up to become a pseudo core.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 3,600 gold. The head of the supports. Yeah, you look at their
Heavy is the
itemization. They've almost got Spirit Vessel up. Has opted for boots. Now, what do you think about this, getting boots on Weaver? Because a lot of people, they forgo boots just for Sakuchi.
Yeah, it depends how risky you want to play. This helps you kind of be a little elusive, especially if your ulti's down. You can't go too deep.
Sure. And you got to get out of Ice Shards. You got to maneuver and get out of the root, the Underlord root. So, yeah, boots is a mature call here from our Weaver player.
Helps against Visage as well.
Yeah, you know, that's slow. That's not Soul Assumption. It's the other one. Gravekeeper's Chill? Grave Chill.
What's up, bro?
I mashed up his passive with it, too. Grave Chill. How is that sort of differential in move speed? Now folks are looking for a tier 1 that's low. They will glyph it. Forgotto the Moscato looking to defend this. Has the Pit of Malice out. This is a max level Firestorm and Pit of Malice. Level 10 Underlord. It is getting low. And here comes the deny hits. Dragonfire will clean that up. But it is a snowball in from this Tusk. The Pit of Malice and the Atos will keep Undone Jin in this pit, and an uncharacteristic overextension from him. He'll go down here.
Yeah. Not that strong yet. Yeah, you have your Blink Blade Mail and your Centaur. Oh.
Does get that regen rune, but perhaps bit up a bit more than he could shoot. Tries to juke it. Oh, but a great Lich ult and taunt. King keeping the other people on We Forgot the Moscato occupied. And will eventually go down. Gets Soul Assumption. Gets turned into money transmutated even. The Reaper Scythe comes in. Oh, doesn't even break through the entire Mephetic shield. A bit of a misplay from NTG. And now the the Fiends get from behind. NTG hunted down. The Pit of Malice trapping 2. NTG goes down. And now Undone Jin is found next. Is not content with dying once during this fight. Is maybe looking for a second death in this engagement. Power shot flying through as well. Undone Jin is hunted, but he is still Centaur Warrunner. He is still King Beef of Shit Mountain. A triple kill for this Visage. And wow, what a fight from We Forgotto the Moscato.
Holy moly. Look at the fight recap of the
Until
network.
Dyer's middle tower is in trouble from the way it's
Wow.
being destroyed as I speak.
What's that?
1,000 gold just from that team fight for the Visage.
Yeah, 11 Soul Assumptions during that fight. 9 Stone Form lands. Just like, tons of action. And, yeah, 3,400 gold changing hands, effectively, into Forgotto Moscato's hands. You look at the graphs, it's back to dead even, but the experience way in Forgotto Moscato's advantage. I did not realize that the short name for Forgotto the Moscato was just wine.
Wine.
Yeah. It's not an acronym. It's not a clever pun. It's just wine. I like that.
And you know what? 16-minute phase Battle Fury is not too bad on Ursa.
Oh yeah, Ursa conspicuously missing from that fight, has chosen to sit back and farm. Like you said, has the wand, has the Battle Fury, has the phase. Queuing up that Mask of, not Mask of Death. This isn't 2003. It's Morbid Mask on Ursa.
Yep, you got that right. If it was 2003, I would be quite the young fellow.
You would be 9. And I think
I'd be 9.
not allowed to stream on Twitch.
For good.
For good.
I think for reasons.
You know, there is a entire genre of kind of like you could deactivate your account at any time, you know, on the internet, particularly on game FAQs. But there is something about making a public post saying that you're 12, which is underneath the
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a
sort of terms of use. You have to be at least 13 to make an account on game FAQs.
It's true.
I remember seeing somebody getting banned once for saying that they were a fetus posting from the womb. I mean, hey, you're under 13 technically.
Sure. You're Sub-Zero, dude, from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Cold as ice. You want to talk about fetal personhood for a bit? The game has slowed down a little bit, so we could. Okay, yeah, fine. That's, you know what? There's no broodmother in this game. There is a Visage who has babies of his own, so it's not irrelevant, but it would be irreverent, I think, to discuss that during Game 3 of Forgotto the Moscato versus Threat of Techies, upper bracket, MD2L Season 17 playoffs. Man, thinking about that second game, too, is there really that much, you know, like the big story of that game was the team fight ults, right? You had Supernova, you had Wall, you had Vacuum, you had Chain Frost. This game, maybe not so much. Prolonged team fights are kind of the name of the game in this one. You got the Visage, you got the Necrophos, you've got Ursa, Centaur, Wind Ranger even to an extent, Underlord with the sustained damage from Firestorm. So that's a whole different paradigm in these fights.
Yeah, well, when this Ursa joins, things are going to change. You're going to have pretty much a single problem, just an angry bear trying to run through you.
Sure. Yeah, like
that's going to be kind of the main focus of things. We're going to see how the Windrunner kind of affects these fights.
Yeah, Gleipnir up on both the Visage and the Windrunner, so a lot of control. Comboing particularly well with Pit of Malice. I think you can keep somebody perma-rooted in Pit of Malice for the duration of that spell at max level with 2 Gleipnirs.
Yeah, pre-BKB, that's just going to be debilitating. I don't even care if you're Ursa. You can't fight into that.
Yeah, I mean, without even with that CC reduction from his ult, from that Enrage. And the 20%. Damage reduction. That drink's coming up a little bit on me now. It's alright.
That's fine, because this is Game 3 of MD2L.
This is Game 3 of MD2L Season 17 upper bracket between Forgotto the Moscato and Threat of Techies. Here, being broadcasted, we're doing the late shift here at Heckle Studios.
Yeah, have we reached midnight?
No, we're 5 minutes to midnight. Like, oh man, if the world were only 5 minutes to midnight. Do you keep up with the atomic clock?
No, like the Doomsday Clock?
The Doomsday Clock, sorry. No, I was just wondering if you had like a Cesium 12 or whatever atomic clock that was like super precise.
There's also like a metal drummer whose nickname is the Atomic Clock because his double bass is so precise.
Yep.
So you get time clocks with it.
King caught out here in top. Samana is just going to peck away at him with a stun, with a power shot. King gets skittering away. What was he the drummer for? Because I recall that little factoid. I was more
Death Clock.
Huh?
Death Clock, I think.
Pickles?
Yeah, yeah.
Or whoever was who's the man behind the music for Death Clock? It really makes me sad. Oh, the King. pushing his luck again against this Wind Ranger. Will bait out the Whirlwind. That'll be down for a while. Yeah, 40 minutes now. 40 minutes? Doc, put down the sauce. 40 seconds, no Whirlwind. Oh, but it will be a jump in from Sauce. Speaking of Sauce, King will limp away, dragging his mangled feet behind him.
Like,
Ultimately
how good
bloodless.
would it already have to be to have a 40-minute cooldown?
That would have to be like a global black hole or something, or like a global chronosphere.
40 minutes?
40 minutes. Yeah, man. Well, think about, like, 30 minutes into the game, you're pushing high ground, then you hit the global black hole button, man.
That's true.
Like, I would look that up.
6, like, and get a couple kills across the map.
Big smoke play here by the Dire team. Here in bottom lane, they're looking for a kill. Even if they do find this Tusk, who does have the Blink Dagger now. It'll only be Sauce. It's a position 4, third to last in farm. Some folks will rotate over, and it looks like Roshan will be the call. Again, they do have the Ursa, so that is the persistent threat. Wind Ranger will continue to push top. Visage is going to try to come in, but this Roshan is falling quite fast. Again, Fury Swipes does make... This is classically a fast Roshan time. Night Whisper now has the Aegis, is smoked up. We'll hook up with King. Their next move.
They have a small lead. What did the Visit build here? Gleipnir.
Gleipnir.
Oh, Bloodthorn. None of this, like, Vlads.
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top tower, I'd put on a hard hat.
Also got
That'd
Aghanim
be
Shard.
coming down.
Has the Gravekeeper's Cloak. What the hell does that do? Holy, did I read that right? Hold on. I read that as reduces 25% of your health. Restores up to 25% of your health. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
No, that's good. That'd be a pretty bad ability.
Like a fourth of your max health gone.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's a little worse than the global black hole on the 40-minute cooldown.
Yeah, sure. Could that fit into Deadlock? What if Dynamo's singularity was just map wide, suck people in to the center by the end of it, always, no matter where they were, just slurping the whole map.
So let me give you a little course in game design.
Sure.
If your average cooldown is like 8-9 seconds, and you have one cooldown that's 40 minutes, that ability is going to be bullshit. Right.
Okay, sure.
And, like, that's not going to be fun to play against, because it has to be so overwhelmingly good that if you cast it twice in the game, you're lucky.
That's fair.
Swiftly through forest shade.
I would still make that change, though. I mean, I love Dynamo. If you haven't played Deadlock, find somebody who has. It's got a ton of players now. I think you can just get one off of the subreddit, or Deadlock the game. And yeah, I mean, if you like Dota, if you're watching this and you like Dota, you'll love Deadlock. If you enjoy shooters, again, that might not be everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, I mean, it's Valve made. It's got a ton of care and attention, all those classic Valve bells and whistles, and a lot of familiar abilities. There's somebody who's like Axe, there's somebody who's like Enigma, there's somebody who's like Ricky in ways, there's somebody who's like Terrorblade. Now we're going to see a smoke here from Threat of Techies. Again, they do have this Aegis for another 2.5 minutes. A Yule Scepter on Ursa. Interesting pickup. Going for a quick Wind Waker against this team. What do you think of that?
I think that's for the Underlord.
Okay. Oh, this Corbin. Right? Yeah, goes down. Even gets the Courier. Yeesh.
Here has some decent gold with a BKB, but really no chance to use it. Undone Jin, kind of just starting things off there.
Yep. Commits to the Stampede for it. That's going to be down for 76 seconds. Not minutes. Stampede is good. Now, if it was Launch Stampede, where it would stun people when you run into them.
That ability was outrageous.
Yeah,
okay.
that was 12 years ago. This fall.
And Grout had the global precision aura.
Yeah. Man, that lasted 3 days. I looked that up recently. That was oh man, the failed jump out of the ice shards. Now Sauce wants a piece of that noise. Oh my god, but a very, very aggressive Fiend's Gate in from Dragon Flare. But the Lich Elt is coming out. Emphatic looking to punish this. Has the Visage Burst to bounce back and forth. It's 5 people around the pit. And now Samada will come in with that Whirlwind and that BKB. Doing a lot of damage, but not getting a lot of kills. A Power Strike comes out. Power Shot even. Emphatic gets Soul Assumption. A big Wind Ranger stun onto 2, though. People falling low. Night Whisper also falling low. The Soul Assumptions are coming out, and it is crazy. Aegis pop now. The shards are out, and it's the extended for his pleasure ice shards. The Gleipnir does come out as well. And there's a big stomp in from Undungeon onto 3, but is it enough? Evie falling low will get Death Seekered in from NTG. A buyback from the Tusk. It is getting absolutely fucking wild here. The blink in, the walrus punch, the dust onto King. Does have time lapse just in case things get super saucy. But all in all, a pretty good fight for Threat of Techies. We'll get about 1,000 gold back, a buyback, 2 deaths on either side, a buyback from the Tusk. Hold on, I need to hide that. Sauce is not finding anybody. That was just onto creeps. They will lose the Aegis, though. Night Whisper taking a ton of damage from this Whirlwind, from Dragonfire. King getting in there with the body blocks, but the Gleipnir is the response from this Visage. The time-lapse comes out. A dual Scepter. It's not enough. The Pit of Malice will catch them. They go down. Little money clawed back now from we forgot the Moscato. This Visage is quite rich. That's what I will say. They are getting a ton of money. Who could say if it's from Death Toll or not? 15% on creep gold? Reduced gold from... Oh, that's 15% reduced gold from creeps. Creeps do give gold with Soul Assumption.
Oh, wow.
It's not as much. 15% less. 15% of 35. Oh, man, Dragonfire. You might have been a little far forward. A little too ambitious. Now the Death Seeker forward from NTG. But I hear Lich. The fight is split. Epi chased down. Does not get anyone sufficient. And there comes another Reaper Scythe kill for NTG onto Epi. Great pickup with that Yule Scepter to wait out that Abaddon ult. That's 3 Reaper Scythe kills. That's 8 HP regen and 4 mana regen. Non-negligible.
Yeah, it's alright. It's, you know what? No. Let's gas that up. It's better than alright. It's free.
It's free. It's just free.
Amplified by the Ghost Shroud. Let's see what Tier 2 token comes out. Tier 3 should be rolling out, right?
Yep. Tusk just got Cloak of Flames.
That's good.
Items. Something we didn't do well, I say we. I didn't do a whole lot of in that previous game. So also with the Philosopher's Stone. Making those punches a little weaker per month. A lot like match fixing.
Money. You're in it for the CC.
You're in it for the CC. Yeah, if your Tusk has that Ogre Axe completed, looking for that Aghanim Scepter. I hate facing Tusk kicks. You know, it feels so powerless. You just blink in, get kicked back. It's like a targeted punch hook. Sure, you put yourself more in danger when you do it, but I don't know. Then you just snowball away, or you can kick them from the snowball. There's like Tusk is a fucked up hero, and I don't like him. I'll be the first to say it.
Okay. He's strong. I mean, he's getting picks in the Midwest 2 Dota League. Getting picks at the International.
Yeah, seen a ton of Tusk. Now Sauce getting dived here is going to get Lotus Orb. Is actually playing that Lotus Orb a little against King, forcing him to go very, very deep. Dust will be a little off the mark. Oh, or is it? King now in very, very deep. Gets punished for his aggression. And the Courier, the twofer. Wind Ranger's like, yeah, I remember that. I remember when you tracked me down and killed my little friend. Yeah. Let me get happen to you. It's Ursa, though.
Wow. Yeah, right? Aghanim's online.
Full Aghanim's online. Bypass the Wind Waker to finish that up, by the way. Had that Wind Waker queued up.
That's kind of dripping, right?
Kind of what?
That's kind of dripping with sauce.
Yeah, that's pretty saucy. I do like that. Like you said, does negate a lot of the CC chain from Gleipnir's and Pit of Malice. You can just like sort of fly your way out of it. Now, does Enrage decrease your own Wind Waker?
Dire doesn't haul ass and help out that bottom tower, there's not going to be a tower left.
No, Enrage doesn't lower any lift time from Yules. Yules is a counter to Earth.
Dire's bottom tower's gone to a tower farm up north.
For some reason, I thought it did.
I don't think it does.
You know, we're always learning. King committing onto Dragonfire with the urn, with the bugs. Doesn't know that he's got friends. It was a debate all along. Visage picks that one up, turns him into money.
Is in trouble, though.
Chasing that Ursa. Pinging it in all chat. Underlord is 785 total damage to Weaver. They will go for the Aegis here. Gonna try to deny it from this Ursa. Bloodthorn completely done on Visage. Dire will scan this out. We'll know it for sure. And it's going down. There's very little they can do about it. Samada picking it up on that Wind Ranger. Has the BKB to complement the Gleipnir. Working on Daedalus next. 5 minutes now. What can you do with a power play?
Nullifier's on the way for this Necrophos.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Now that's going to be good for all sorts of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Can you nullify Stone Form? Oh, they find NTG. It breaks. There's the Lotus Orb. Oh, and it gets nullified. Reflected by that Lotus Orb. The Whirlwind is going out, but it's a Lich Jolt. It's going to be a big one, but it's going to be onto BKB targets. Unfortunately, it is Dreamboating between Dragonfire and Sauce, and now Night Whisper coming in. Maybe not what they wanted. Confusing Ice Shards from Sauce as the smoke clears. Necrophos the only casualty on the side of threat of Techies. It will be a 1,500-ish gold shift on the way from Forgotto to Moscato. You look at these grabs, and yeah, it's looking a little down in the dumps. But still an extremely tight game, separated only by about like 200 XP, I think.
Yeah, it's very, very tight XP-wise. But if this is another one, right? They've gone back to a more methodical style. It's game 3. You don't want to lose any dumb stuff.
Yep. You know, this is like again very academic, very measured. You know what? I'm gonna boost you a bit via the sound mixer because I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just being a little quiet. It's getting a little late. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Where is Discord? Let's boost you up a bit. Give me some juice.
Hey, this is Snoe Plaus here, coming right back. Chad, and there's a smoke.
Perfect. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's big smoke from the Dire here in the bottom lane. Yeah, it's past midnight. I would never dream of making you start screaming top of your lungs.
Fair.
Now this tier 2 is going to get accosted. They're going to jump right onto Wind Ranger. Good taunt in there from Emphatic, but there's the Nullifier. It's going to be a controlling Reaper Scythe, not the Reaper Scythes that you dream of when you're up alone at night and thinking about Necrophos, but a huge Pit of Malice, and it's a big one. It is that Aghanim's Pit of Malice, and the Venn diagram has been set up. A ton of Yule Scepters, but it will not be enough to save NTG. This Visage is a true terror. NTG goes down again. It's the solo casualty for 2 fights in a row, and this is Cleave Underlord, by the way. This is Demon's Reach. And so far, 189 Atrophy Aura. They're going to be hitting for most of a screen. Now they're going to commit this Aghanim, or this Roshan's banner. They're going to kick out the Centaur. Oh, Ursa, though, clipped right at the edge of the Pit of Malice. Lich ult bouncing around. Chain Frost doing damage. A big 2-man stomp from Undone Jhin. Lich ult still bouncing around. Mostly hitting creeps, though. Not the ideal Lich ult when you're up at night thinking about Lich. Now Undone Jhin in the Pit of Malice again. getting pecked down. Has buyback. Might want to spend it here. The nullifier onto Night Whisper. Falling low. Goes down. And now King will lapse back out. No buyback on Night Whisper. It's 5 on the deck for threat of Techies. Only buybacks are on Undone Jin and Emphatic on the Centaur and Lich. And now you see this Underlord surviving the fight. 271 bonus damage. The call is for Throne. They will ignore the other lanes of Rax. The glyph will go up. They will force it.
Time to buy back.
Yep, there comes the buyback from the Centaur. They are steadfast in their conviction. One tier 4 goes down. Samada poking a bit more. The the frost armor goes out on the other tier 4. We know how good that is at protecting towers. Ice shards flying out, fishing for somebody, anybody. Demonic Reach canceling a lot of blinks, keeping people at bay. The other tier 4 goes down. It's an exposed ancient, but that's a big 2-man stop from Undone Jin. The Lotus Orb is down. There's the Pit of Malice disrupting the fight. NTG goes in, gets annihilated. No buyback. Dieback on the Lich. The Lich ult is flying out. The dieback will come through for Undone Jin. Survives. IDK, guys, comes out in all chat. Visage feeling themselves as they are picking away at this ancient. It's below half health. They need to do something desperate here. A dieback on Weaver. A blink in, a stump onto 2 from Undone Jin. And that's it. GG is called. But the Ancient goes down. We Forgotto. The Moscato comes back from an 0-1 deficit to take the series 2-1 and will advance in the MD2L Season 17 playoffs.
What a timing push. I mean, just an incredible push from We Forgotto. The Moscato just shutting the door, seeing the Aegis timing, and just pushing the advantage. So hard to go in on this Tusk Abaddon, and they were getting the kickbacks. The kickbacks are too much to deal with.
Yeah, the amount of control you get from that Tusk is crazy. You know, being able to kick people back, being to blink in and abduct people. These Pit of Malices, too, just controlling the fight, creating these no-go zones. Even within Rage, I felt like the Necrophos and the Ursa were too constrained in their movements, couldn't get around the fights in an agile way. And then you've got all of the zoning from Whirlwind. They're playing Circle Dota. We Forgotto the Moscato.
That Underlord pick was nasty. Like, the control was insane.
Yeah, really, truly an inspired draft from We Forgotto the Moscato in this game 3, and they will take it to the hole.
And a valiant effort from Threat of Techies. We saw them take game 1. We know what they can do, and we hope they're back for next season. Definitely a lot of fun to watch, and some really nice players on the squad.
Yeah, and we might see him later on in this tournament, as they will fall to the lower bracket. Not quite eliminated yet.
Oh, it's double elim?
It's double elimination. We have an entire lower bracket full of people playing tonight as well.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Do we have another best of 3 tonight?
No, we do not, because it is well past midnight here on the East Coast. And Snow, thank you for casting with me. It's been a pleasure. What a best of 3 to kick off this playoff season. We Forgotto the Moscato. Man, what a comeback story from that first game, just controlling team fights, and that game 2 and that game 3, pushing their advantage. It's beautiful play. But that is all we have for you tonight. So we will have to bid you farewell and adieu and good night from Heckle Studios. I am Dr. Heckle. Joining me, as always, is the faithful Snow Plaus, phoning in from remote. Snow, thank you so much for joining me this evening, and thank all of you out there in Twitch land for viewing. We bid you farewell. Happy doting, and we'll see you next time.